Nation, welcome back. Today is about lifting at 50 without waking up like you got hit by a Honda Civic.
When did you realize you couldn't train the same way anymore? What's one exercise you used to crush that your body now refuses to give up for?
Barbell squats. My hips see the rack and immediately call HR.
Yeah, what is it? What's the one exercise? I crushed legs today, man.
He said that like it is a flex, not a cry for help.
Got under the squat rack.
That sentence alone requires a waiver and a heating pad.
Got under the deadlifts.
If you repeat it twice, your lower back already knows what is coming.
Just crush.
Crush is cute until you sit on the toilet and start praying to every god you ever ignored.
But what is that one exercise that you used to crush that your body now refuses to forgive you for? So just think about what we could have accomplished by now.
My doubt texts me mid-rep like, you sure about this, champ?
Just think, you could have lifted, you could have walked, you could have read, you could have planned.
Planning is just telling your future self, I love you, instead of dumping chaos on him at 11 p.m.
You could have had sex many times with your wife.
Bro just reminded everybody, intimacy is cardio too. Your wife is not impressed by your bench press.
You could have repaired something, you could have called someone you care about if you stopped hitting the snooze button.
Snooze is the gateway drug to mediocrity.
Just think how many things you would have accomplished by now. Fuck, man, I could not imagine being stuck in quicksand.
Quicksand is just adult life. The more you panic, the deeper you go, and everyone is watching.
That freaked me out. If you stand me up, I'm gonna call you out. And if you're brave enough to come back, good.
Yes, call-outs fix friendships. Ghosting is for dating apps and coward behavior.
I've seen this movie before.
Same movie every time. You ignore the warning lights, then act shocked the engine quits.
Yes, what am I talking about? I look at the importance of being proactive rather than reactive in the marketplace, warning that waiting too long can lead to missed opportunities.
Waiting feels smart until somebody else takes your spot and calls it networking.
And listen, when we talk kindness, we don't just think about kindness as like being a pussy. No, we're not referring to like, oh, you gotta just be like kind. No, kindness can be very strategic.
Strategic kindness is when you stay calm and still set the boundary. That is terrifying grown man energy.
Kindness can be very tough. Kindness can be hard. Kindness can lead to results.
You know, I honestly, I don't wear white a lot because I fuck it up so much.
White shirts are just confidence with a countdown timer.
So I was just about to say, so why should you be any different than any of us else that wear the white shirts around the house? You put a nice crisp white shirt on, you sit down, in fucking seconds, that little oil you can't see or that little drop of sauce or something, you're like, what the fuck?
That is the official anthem of Laundry Day.
You walk across the grass field in one pair of
White shirts attract disasters. You could stand still and ketchup would appear out of nowhere.
choose once, it's over.
It's over.
Once you stain white, it is not laundry, it is evidence.
I trained legs and back in the same fucking day.
That is not discipline. That is ego with a Spotify playlist.
You don't believe in having jobs.
Cool. My bills believe in direct deposit, aggressively.
We've done it our way so we don't have to have jobs.
Hey, okay, here's a question for you. If you were stuck in quicksand, would you feel claustrophobic?
Claustrophobic, broke, and annoyed. Imagine dying in mud while your phone is at 3%.
And I'm being very serious right now. It's very rare that somebody would drown at it because your body displaces what's below you and your body acts as buoyancy.
So you do not die, you just get stuck long enough for strangers to film you and add captions.
You can jump into a fucking pool and just sink, full breath of air, sink right to the fucking bottom.
That is not swimming. That is becoming an anchor.
I sink. I go into water and I just boop to the bottom. My big ass just drags me down, man. Just true story.
Gravity heard that and said, correct.
I used to fucking love hauling ass with that forklift.
Forklifts make you feel invincible until you remember one bad move and you are a viral HR video.
We just drive around, lift shit up, put built pallets, and it was a fun thing to do because it's like you had this robotic thing attached to you.
You know, you got to move forward with the faith that you're, just keep working hard and doing what you're doing, and your path will unfold for you because you're never going to be able to connect the dots of why things are happening looking forward.
You cannot connect dots forward. That is just anxiety with ambition.
We live too much in the future. We don't suck up the present of the present.
Bro tried to say be present and his brain buffering kicked in.
What would you do if your marketing guy came to you with an idea and you thought to yourself it was so dumb you only said yes just to shut him up?
History has been built on fine, just do it.
Well, today's guest did exactly that, and that one stupid idea turned into the largest oil and gas podcast network on the planet before he joins the Live Mornings in the Lab live network.
The idea you almost ignore is usually the one that changes your zip code.
We have now ventured outside of our domain, and we launched our first mining podcast at a mining conference called PDAC. and it's already been an overwhelming success. We launched 2 days ago, first episode went out, and I think we're already at 2,500 downloads.
That is the moment you stop refreshing stats and start acting like a real operator.
I joined the Marines
Oh.
because I wanted to be the best of the best. And then after 4 years of being cold and wet and shot at,
I complain about traffic. This man survived a whole movie. I need to shut up.
I decided that maybe it was not the best career choice for me, although it was the best choice I ever made in my entire life. Fast forward to now, and we travel the world. I think we have 30 different podcasts, weekly podcasts that go out that are focused on the oil and gas industry today. We just launched a mining podcast. We're venturing into YouTube kicking and screaming.
Everyone fights YouTube until YouTube wins.
Because Google has made it a must-do, right? So I have my first video studio in Houston. I opened a second video studio in the Permian. And so we're still growing like crazy, and we're having fun. But if each one of us can spend a couple of minutes making the world a better place, I think it makes everything better for all of us. However, in my world, if we make a mistake, people die instantly.
That is real pressure. My mistakes just lose Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And you can have an environmental catastrophe which can destroy a company literally overnight.
Oh.
Because of what we do, we don't like risk. When you walk into a modern room, about 80% of what's in that room comes from hydrocarbons. If you have a pet and you bring it to the vet, 97% of everything that vet needs to keep your pet alive, something bad happens, is made from hydrocarbons. But I have hope. I have hope that as the world continues to move forward, we're able to help educate other countries on the right way to do this safely and environmentally responsibly and have fun. But now, guys, my biggest fear, my biggest concern is injury avoidance.
Welcome to 50. PRs are cool, but walking tomorrow is cooler.
I'm no longer in there hitting heavy weights. I laugh at the young kids because I know what's gonna happen to them in 20 years, but they won't listen because I wouldn't listen either. But now almost everything I do, the first thing I think of is what's the chance of me hurting myself? Because it takes so long to recover.
At 25, you bounce. At 50, you schedule recovery like a dentist appointment.
If you put the hip and the knee in its proper pathway, use it within its design, not outside of its design,
Your body is not an iPhone. You cannot just update it and ignore the hardware.
which all has to do with pathway, then the joint actually gets protected. It generates versus when you use it outside its design, it degenerates. I'm sure like the equipment that you guys use in your industry, if they use it outside its design, it breaks real fast. Inside its design, it lasts fucking forever.
Form is the return policy. Ignore it and you are stuck with pain for life.
So to your point, John, even understanding how the equipment is designed keeps you from hurting yourself. This Houston boy is not used to 9-degree weather, 9-degree Fahrenheit weather.
9 degrees is when you step outside and instantly regret every life choice.
I went outside for a walk because I don't really like treadmills. I prefer to walk, especially in a new city. And I lasted about 1.5 seconds. 9 degrees is just too cold to be outside. With all that said, during the pandemic, we did our first live stream, and I was hoping 100 people would show up. Guys, we had 12,000 freaking people show up.
12,000 proves it. People do not want perfect, they want consistent. That is the cheat code.
So the world, especially the Western world, in my opinion, has got too politically correct. I don't care what
And
your
you don't listen to Keith Strawn's show because we are politically incorrect every single day.
Well, and some of that needs to come back. Some stuff is just funny. It's not made to be making fun of sex or race or gender. It's just a joke, people, right? It has nothing to do with your sex or your sexual preference or anything else. It's, do you hire the best person for the job regardless, or do you hire because you're trying to hit some DE and I metric? And I know what I just said is not politically correct. Oh, dude, I'll jump in the lion's den with y'all anytime. This was great. And I got to tell y'all once again, to your guys behind the camera, your production quality is world class.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. We're going to be waiting a long time for some fucking meat to get brought back to the fucking camp because this motherfucker is going to be out there just dancing around, fucking running from everything he's supposed to be trying to kill. All right. It's time. Time for a little truth. If you're one of these people who believes that later or tomorrow is better, or maybe it's because you're waiting for the perfect time, which is even worse. Just keep getting deeper into this negative hole. If you're one of these people, I need to inform you of something. You're going to be waiting for the rest of your goddamn life. It never ends. So ask yourself a question. Who the fuck convinced you that later or tomorrow is better? Drop the bullshit. It's all about right now, right here, because the perfect time is now and the perfect place is here. Take the goddamn first step. Rock and roll.
We'll get to that in a little bit. Before we do that, I want to get into the conversation about fighting and arguing with our partners.
So, it's about what is it really about versus what we're actually saying. And what I will do is work with you to understand the iceberg underneath. We start to address that. And then the tip isn't even there to exist. But once we get to those deeper layers, I see relationships absolutely transform before my eyes.
Because they've discovered that the truth is actually under the water.
We get all caught up in that. What is the iceberg underneath the water? It's that I don't matter. If I mattered enough, you would do what you needed to do.
When you love somebody, the journey of love is going through all of it with somebody.
We might be unpacking just this one little scenario of him being late because they probably think this is silly. Why is she doing this? Because I know that iceberg that's underneath the water applies to a ton of different stuff. That's her fundamental messaging. Her fundamental script is I don't matter.
Yeah.
Bullshit, self-help fluff, like I'm super against it. So I really think it's actually effective and move the needle in your personal life.
Because all that person wants to be is heard at that point, isn't it, Brianna? All that person is wanting to be is heard, and you are giving that person the chance to be heard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to be right. I want to be happy, and it's like I'll be the first one to just look. And you have to do it gracefully. I don't need to be right. I just want to get what I want. What I want is fucking peace and happiness.
The goal is not winning; it is lowering threat, right? For whatever reason, whether right or wrong, a lot of the stuff is delusional, right? Because you're going, she is so significant. She doesn't need to internalize me running late like this thing. It doesn't matter. The goal is lowering threat. For whatever reason, she perceives a threat to her confidence, a threat to her being valued, a threat to her respect, a threat to her security in this relationship, right? So lower the threat. It is lowering threat. So yeah, for you to put your pride aside like that, John, is really beautiful. Men, that's incredible maturity. That is a man, right?
Well, because you could say the exact same, the words, the vocabulary can be identical, and it can mean two totally different things. It's all how you enter the delivery of what you're doing, and sometimes just the simple fucking you're right, that will diffuse so much.
Another way to kind of word the you're right is that's fair, right? Just to hear someone say, they're saying, well, I'm upset, you're late, whatever, just to say, that's fair. That immediate diffuse. We want to reduce intensity around the current trigger, okay? Because these arguments that we're having are not about the being late. It's about accumulated meaning. That's the iceberg under the water.
Sometimes when it's like, God damn it, I was so trying not to do that. I fucking did it again.
Yeah, and Keith, I love that you mentioned this because I will often teach, we do not have to agree. You get confused right?
It's interesting because I just got some goose pimples, Johnny, because when you say that validation, basically it cancels out the top of the iceberg and it allows you to get right into underneath the water instantly, doesn't it? Like the moment John says that's fair, all of a sudden the iceberg is gone. He's now acknowledged that the challenge we actually have is under the water.
Please memorize what I was saying about the goal is to reduce the intensity around the trigger, right? The being late, right? We want to get away from the actual lateness, reduce the intensity around the trigger. If you understand that these are about the accumulated meaning, try to go towards the meaning.
What I love when we talk about all this stuff is that we're actually talking about love. Because what love is, right? It's figuring these things out.
The ability to repair is so much more valuable than the couple that just avoids fighting entirely. What we want is to figure out how to repair our ruptures, because that can apply across the whole spectrum of arguments. The deck is stacked against us, and we're supposed to show up to an argument in this really beautiful, thoughtful sort of, let me remember everything Brianna and Keith and John said way. No. So yeah, if there's anything that you could master, it would be how to do the rupture.
And if you're going to do that dumb shit before you get fucking married, but you made the commitment to somebody, don't do that. It's fucking terrible. It's disrespectful. It's just, even for him, it's like, do you not have the fucking balls to straighten up your shit? Everybody's going to find that. Everybody's going to find those good benefits at a different dose.
I just seem to notice that my beautiful wife hits 40 and hits the gym lifting heavier than ever, and libido goes through the roof, Brianna. So something seems to be linked to that as well. I'm certainly enjoying that journey in life. It says go to the gym, lift heavy weights, and hit 40. Like the magic for us men.
There's a big misconception
Yes.
around women and sort of them entering into more sexual years, and you think that that's, you know, reserved for 20s or really early 30s. That's absolutely not the case.
And you know what I realized too? I actually live with all females, just like you. I'm just surrounded by females everywhere. My dogs are all females. All the girls around me are females. With Carter out in Saskatchewan, I'm just left here. So
You got no backup, dude.
I got no backup, dude. Cheryl Whitaker, tomorrow morning, 8:30, right here on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. Hey guys, I haven't said this to her, but I'm just going to call it out. Like, are you guys as confused as I am? Like, is her name Joy or is it Cheryl? Like, what do you mean it starts with Joy? Because you'd think it starts with Joy, her name is Joy, but it's Cheryl. It's like, what the fuck? It starts with Joy with Cheryl Whitaker, but who's Joy? I was confused too. It was just a belief that I had that this was going to matter. That public conversations were going to become the marketplace. True story. And it did. It wasn't about ads. It wasn't about the slogans. It wasn't about brand guidelines. It was conversations. We weren't smarter, just like we're not smarter today. No, we were earlier. And oh, baby. Yeah, and that's it. We were just earlier. We showed people. We showed up before the category was obvious, before it was safe, before everyone had a VP of community, before everybody was listening to social conversations, before it became survival. Because when I started this whole internet thing in 2002, community management, optional. But hey, let's do the history lesson. By 2015, it was oxygen for true motherfucking story. The window's wide open right now. And if you don't step through it, I'm telling you all right now, nation, if you don't step through that window, somebody else is going to. And in a world that's moving faster than ever, not only can late feel safe, but late is expensive. His thesis is that marriages don't end from betrayal, they end from slippage. Love isn't supposed to be effortless.
If you expect effortless love, you want Netflix, not a partner. Real love has receipts and repairs.
No, that belief is what keeps lawyers employed and in business. So if you are going through life thinking that love is supposed to be effortless, you've got the wrong memo on love, because that belief is what's going to end up making you unmarried very soon. But the truth goes much deeper. Fatherhood structurally destroys the conditions that male friendships need to survive. The pickup basketball game, the weekly hockey game, the after-work beer. And when you become a dad, those disappear, replaced with logistics, exhaustion, and all the things that we have to do in our responsibilities of being a dad. Hey, over on LinkedIn, your best people aren't quitting. No, they're burning out watching you do nothing. Ooh, I like this one. Mark Anthony Manuzin says, high performers aren't burning out from hard work. No? What are they burning out from, Mark? Well, they're burning out from watching mediocrity collect the same paycheck. It doesn't matter who that person is. That one person's holding the 400 back. You got to call it that one person. You got to have a conversation with that one person. The standards need to be equal. Because the people who give a damn, they're leaving you first. Because if you're not holding your people accountable, the ones that you really admire are going to hold you accountable, and they're going to leave.
That is the warning shot. All right, nation, full show next. Stop training like 25, start training like you matter.
It's funny how kids can't remember where they left their shoes.
But they have a photographic memory for the exact moment Dad changed the subject because he was too uncomfortable to keep talking.
Today we're going to talk about why avoiding the awkward stuff is a bad idea.
And what to do instead.
Only on Mornings in the Lab.
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Accountability partner here to help you start your day with real talk, motivating content, and entertaining conversation. We are live and we are an R-rated experience.
Prick. Was that?
The interface is dying. Live beats perfect every time.
It gave me goose pimples to hear it.
Do not waste any single day. Yeah, there we are. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Hey, you don't need to be the perfect dad. You do not need to be the perfect dad. You need to be the present one. Yes, because 20 years from now, your kid's not going to remember those rules. No, true story. No, they are going to, they're going to remember how safe it felt to tell you the truth. Those quiet moments when like, hey, Dad, I got something to say. Like, no, I'm too busy. Nah, today, we are going to have a conversation around the memories we create with our little ones as time goes on 20 years down the road. But first, welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends, your live morning show for real talk, entertaining content, and motivating conversation. We are here to help you start your day right with momentum, clarity, and maybe a little productive discomfort along the way. Yes, hey, standard reminder, guys, this is the fun stuff. Quick heads up, nation. This is an R-rated experience, as you know. Yes, we are the only morning show that wakes up with F-bombs, B-bombs, S-bombs, and Kai on the pole. Yeah, there's Kai over there on the pole. What's going on, Kai? Yeah, she's just spinning around the pole saying, hey, I got a poll for you guys. Oh, what's the poll? What's the poll today on the poll? MITL Live. You got to get to the poll, guys. Before you do that, though, hit like, hit subscribe, and come say hello in the comments and check in with us. Yes, MITL. Jimmy, Kai, I'm sweating like a mofo today. Just dripping down my face right now. I gotta pause. Take a deep breath. I gotta reach over and grab the towel. Yeah, totally, Jimmy. I got the red face here today. Just sweating up on the glasses and everything. I had a good ride this morning. Yeah, before the show. Hey guys, just like I was saying, if you haven't liked the channel yet, why haven't you? If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, why haven't you? If you subscribe, you can hang out with Mike Sullivan and myself every single morning. Good morning, Sully. What's going on? You check in today? I saw you checked into the show. What am I talking about? Well, hey, we got a companion app that accompanies this show. How do you find it? Well, Kai's going to put it on the screen. MITL.live, mornings.live. And right there, we got the proof wall. That is the proof wall. It shows us your proof that you are up, you are Adam, and you are checking into the show to check in and hang out with us. So head on over to mornings.live, MITL.live, and click on the bottom of the screener, and you will see check in. And show us your proof. Show us your proof you are up and in and at it. Oh, 22 hits for Mike, eh? Mike's getting after, man. Hey, Jimmy, does Mike have the big streak in front of all of us or what? I think so. Yeah. Nicely done, Mike Sullivan. He's the streak leader. Yeah, Sullivan, 22. Hey, Jimmy, we got to find a way to knock Sullivan off the streak, please, man, because he's going to beat us all. Yeah, true story. Hey, guys, I got a poll for you. As I was saying, Kai's got the poll ready for us. What's the hardest conversation we have with our kids? What is it? Is it talking about failure and disappointment? Is it talking about money and struggle? Is it talking about your own mistakes as a man? What is it? What's the poll? What's your answer? Failure, money, or mistakes as a man? We got that one set up here. And hey, we got today's question as well. If your kids could only remember one thing you taught them, one thing, what do you hope that is? Yeah, oh, look at the thirst trap. We got some thirst traps on the screen. Megan Fox is out there this morning. But guys, listen, today, snoozers, all my snoozers out there, this is the accountability check-in. Hey, Kai, what are they? They're 9 hours and 27 minutes behind. Yeah, 567 minutes behind, laying there in bed with the morning wood, thinking about Megan Fox. Jimmy, you know all those dudes out there doing exactly that. They're just laying there going, Megan Fox, 1 stroke, a 2 stroke, a 3 stroke, 4. Megan Fox, 1 stroke, a 2 stroke, a 3 stroke, 4. You know, Jimmy, you know the count? Yeah, then it's done. There you go. So guys, don't snooze. Get up, get after it, or else you're going to be, before you know it, next week, 10 hours. Yeah, next week you guys are going to be 10 hours behind. That's going to be 2 marathons behind the guy who's getting up and getting after it. All right, guys, what is on the show today? Well, if you can't tell, we're teasing. Megan Fox has a comeback, and she's made a big announcement. In the no shit Sherlock Who Cares department. Oh, what's that? Is that a G? Oh, it's a G string. Yeah, it looks like the underwear that I'm wearing this morning, Jimmy. Yeah, true story. Yeah, hey Kai, for tomorrow's show, remind me to get my picture like that of me for tomorrow's show. Yeah, I got one just like that. So I'll make sure I chuck it into Rome this morning so you guys can get it ready for the show. So yeah, I got one but my left cheek, Kai, put that one back up there actually, if you don't mind. My left cheek looks a little better. Like it looks much, so you see her right cheek? You guys, Sullivan, I like to show my left cheek off, like this one right here. Yeah, much better. It's just, oh yeah, man. Jimmy, you can't wait till you see that one tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Hey guys, what's going on in the news? Hey, Jimmy, Kai, what do you think John's going to say when I ask him this question? What do you think his testicles are worth? What do you think? I think that should be the question of the day today. What are your testicles worth? And if you guys want to know why I'm asking that question, well, stick around because we got some news on the conversation desk about how much some guy sold his testicles for. Yeah, true story. And then we've got some news happening down in Texas. The newsman and the weather person got into a fight, and some guy hacked 7,000 robot vacuums. Yeah, true story. Yeah, Petro's looking for the days of our lives photo. Yeah, I got one of those too, buddy. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And then we got a nasal spray to rule them all. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the news today might be a little bit soft, but I am curious about the guy that claims he sold his testicles for $2.7 million. Oh, hey, Kai, have you also seen that McDonald's, the CEO eating the McDonald's, the burger yesterday video? We dropped it on the morning short, the evening short last night. It performed like a motherfucker. Kai, let's get that one ready, man. We'll run that one this morning. Good morning, Holroyd. Good to see you out there. Good morning, Petro, as well. The CEO of McDonald's was crushing his own burger yesterday, or a couple days ago, and let's just say he showed how much he didn't like it. Yeah. Hey, Todd Crandall. Guys, this one's going to be hardcore. Coming up on the show today, Todd Crandall quit heroin cold turkey and ran, Jimmy, not 1, not 2, not 4, 128 Ironmans? What? 13 years addicted to heroin, rock bottom, cold turkey recovery. And now the guy's done 128 Ironman finishes. I can't wait to meet this guy, Todd Crandall. He didn't just get sober. He's rebuilt his identity, and now he's helping thousands of people do the same thing through racing recovery. This is going to be an incredible conversation about a heroin addict, a heroin junkie, I guess we'll call it, who turned his complete life around. He is a Ironman super athlete, and I can't wait to meet Todd coming up at the bottom of the hour. Hey, deep dive. Hey guys, you guys got kids. I know you all got kids on the show here. I know all my homies out in the mornings in the lab collective in the community. We all got kids. What are your kids going to remember 20 years from now? What is it? Yeah, what is it? Maddie, what's your kids going to remember about you? Petra, what's your kids? Holroyd, what's your kids going to remember about you? Charlie, what's your kids going to remember about you? My kids are going to remember how handsome the handsome chief was. Oh yeah. So guys, I forgot to tell y'all last night. I made an announcement. I said to my kids, moving forward, I told my kids they got to call me the handsome chief. Yeah, and the kids, I am now the handsome chief. So Dad's gone, Keith is gone. They always call me Keith anyway. So they got to call me the handsome chief. That's it. Yeah, the self-proclaimed handsome chief. So my kids, so that's the one thing that I know that they will remember about me is that their dad was a quiet young soul who got up every single morning and did the morning show. And started this brand new format called Mornings in the Lab with characters and human beings. And We're going to have a hard talk. 431-300-3005. Good job putting that one on the screen. I haven't been pushing that one for a while. 431-300-3005. Hey, guys, what are you doing this morning? Matt Roof is getting after it in the Mornings in the Lab Theater over on Rome. He's taking your questions, your comments, and your stories, and your best Megan Fox stories. Yeah, to talk to you about joining the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. True story. Maddie will connect with you. Go find him. And if you don't see him in the morning, well, I don't know why you haven't. 7:30. He's got the big show. 7:30 Eastern time, right before we show up here with the bigger show. Sorry, Matt. I know big show. I got this big show in my head these days. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I got a morning focus. Jimmy, you know what, brother? Jimmy. My monologue, I got my old perplexity thingy. I sat down a couple days ago and dumped my brains, and I showed up this morning. It was all done. Like, yeah, baby, live versus pre-recorded. Presence beats production. We're going to have that conversation coming up in the Morning Focus, where I got a monologue that you guys are going to want to stick around for. Oh, guys. Hey, Maya Reyes is also joining us at the bottom of the hour for the Community Corner. But Nation, this one's going to hit a little bit different today. I know it is. Grab that coffee, settle in, put the seatbelt on, because the Morning Loop, it starts right now.
Chief said he trained Robert. Why does Robert look exactly like he did 2 weeks ago?
Preston, zoom in. Is that Robert or is that Tommy in bad lighting? Don't drag me into this.
If Chief trained me, you'd know, because I'd be charging rent for that before photo.
Caption says he lost 2 weeks. That's the most honest transformation ad I've ever seen.
Chief's probably watching this like, I can fix him. Then he remembers he isn't a trainer anymore.
Nation, Morning Loop starts now. If your progress looks like this, relax. You didn't fail, you just used the wrong math.
Hey, so what have I told you all that I think that we convinced Miss Brianna Bass? Well, not convinced her. I offered her an invitation. And I think Miss Brianna Bass is going to join us weekly. What do you guys think about that, Nation? I think we should have the young lady join Keith and John, the two tools, every Tuesday for conversations that involve relationships, sex, and ridiculous, inappropriate conversations. Yeah. 100%. I got one on the table, which is tips and tricks about oral sex. I can't wait to have that one with Brianna. Just saying. I know it's out there. Y'all are wondering. So yeah, I got a bunch of great topics. Jimmy, put your hand down. Hey, Jimmy, Kai found a video of you. She didn't know if we wanted to talk about it. Kai found a video of you, and she shared it with me. And I was like, I don't know, man. Does Jimmy know? She's like, I don't know. So I'll leave that with you guys to deal with that one yourselves. You guys can deal with that there in the Mornings Lab community, but I'm just saying. So yes, we're talking to Brianna. We're joining us every single Tuesday for conversations about relationships, sex, and how handsome the handsome chief is. Yes, true story. Speaking of the handsome chief, I'm thinking Johnny's busy thinking about the handsome chief, which is why he's taking a couple minutes to get in this morning, or he's taking a few minutes to get the water running to finish it off. And let's see here. We got a note from him. Got home late. Interesting story. Jimmy, shuffle the news because Johnny's got a story this morning. Oh, remember he went to get his Jeep fixed yesterday, or maybe he got stuck at the bank. Well, listen, let's get into it. Let's start the conversations this morning. Hey, what happened with the McDonald's dude yesterday? Jimmy, what happened with that McDonald's guy? What did he crush? Frankie, Tommy, tell us the story about the guy who crushed the burger. We dropped it last night on the evening short, the dude who crushed some burgers.
Have you seen the McDonald's CEO try to eat his own burger? The guy looked like he was about to throw up. Where are you, the CEO who cannot eat his own burger? What are you promoting that you secretly hate?
Every man is selling something, and people can always tell when you do not believe your own pitch.
Your body language betrays you. They trust the body over the word.
If you cannot eat your own cooking, do not ask other people to. In business, in relationships, in life.
10 million people watched him fail at the exact thing his entire brand is built on. It is a fake leadership problem.
The internet caught him in 4 seconds flat. The people around you already know too.
They just have not called you out on it yet.
Why start eating your own cooking? Authenticity is the whole game.
Mornings in the Lab, 8 a.m. EST. Join the conversation. Subscribe for more.
On Frog Sprog joining me this morning. Jimmy, we got to get the applause. Frog Sprog joining Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Where are you joining us, Frog Sprog? Where are you joining us? Good morning, Rico. Have you checked in today? I'd like to know if you checked into the show here today. Having some fun with the dude who was crushing that burger at McDonald's. It did not look like he enjoyed. You guys see his face as he was eating that? He's like, I don't really think I want to eat this. He calling it product. Yeah, he's I got to eat this product. And he was barely crushing that. All right, Jimmy, I see the dog. He pulled in. He's there. How did he get into the lab today?
I like the get up. I can't say that the car would be my color, but I'll take the wardrobe.
Oh, so I'll tell you right now, man. If you showed up at my house in that outfit, dude, I might be gay. That outfit, that car, those shoes, dude. I might be counting Johnnies for the rest of my life, brother. You show up like that.
Don't listen. Don't blame it on the car.
Okay. I've been waiting
or don't blame it on the outfit. Sorry.
I've been waiting to hear this. You went to get the truck fixed yesterday, and I'm suspecting there's a story with that.
Dude, yeah, fuck. I didn't get home till late. Jesus Christ.
Tell me.
Well, yeah, fuck, man. We're driving down there, and same as fucking Norm.
Yes.
We're about 30 minutes out.
Yes.
And get a fucking flat tire.
Oh, on the way to the garage.
Yeah, on the way to fucking Mercedes.
Oh, dude.
I was like, fuck me. And these motherfuckers, they're tight. They say, look,
yes,
you want in and out in the day.
Yeah.
Normally they like to keep it. They give you a car, but fuck, we're 2 hours away.
Yeah.
To go back the next day is a little bit of a bitch.
Yes.
So you have to be here by this time. And we're always fucking late because Terra's runs late. And now we got a flat tire and we're already running late. I'm like, oh, Jesus. So call them. They actually, really, they fucking saved the day. They send someone out, literally. So I wasn't going to fucking change the spare. Are you kidding me?
No.
That's really cool cat out. He comes out.
I read the same book you read. I'm like, okay, where's my credit card? Where's the phone? What's the Visa? Because that's how I change.
I'm like, I can fucking sit here and make money on my fucking laptop rather than fucking change a fucking tire.
Absolutely. Yeah, you and me both. Yeah.
So the guy, really cool guy, comes out, switches it. He goes, okay, look, he goes, just follow me back to the dealership just in case there's an issue, which there wasn't going to be. So that's the kind of care they give you, right?
Yeah.
We get there and they're like, holy shit, we didn't think you were going to make it at all.
Yeah.
So they end up squeezing us in. Remember, we're there for a battery, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So they test the fucking battery. There's no problem with the battery.
Oh, no.
It's just because it sits too much. It says there's no air. There's an air code if there's a problem, right? So there's no air code. It's just if it sits, multiple times per year, 2 months at a time, the battery's going to go down and it's never going to get all the way charged. I'm like, fuck. Okay. So we came all the way down here, got a flat tire for absolutely nothing. So anyway, they're like, well, what we should probably do is put in a trickle charger. So you put in this fucking thing to where, all I got to just pull this fucking cord out, plug it into the wall.
Yeah.
It'll keep the vehicle charged. But anyway, the point is that, fuck, we were potentially going to have to get a fucking hotel down there. It was like, holy shit, what did this turn into?
Yeah.
So long and short of it, they ended up, they said, look, we understand. They said, well, the tech is willing to stay late. So they fucking got the thing done. So ultimately there was, I guess to a certain extent, it worked out because, Terry and I had an extended time down having lunch, hanging out. And then we ended up getting this trickle charger in, which fixes the big picture problem. And the trickle charger was a quarter of what the fucking new battery was going to cost. Really, all it did was cost me a few hours of sleep.
So what did it actually cost you? $500 or so?
Yeah, well, if the fucking tire was $700, that was the most expensive part of the thing. The tire was $700 and the trickle charger was $600.
Yeah, so fuck, man, $1,500 a day.
I was expecting it to be that just for the battery.
Yeah.
But the battery, so I ended up coming out ahead with the trickle charger, I guess.
No shit, eh?
Dude, we ran over because the tire was fucking brand new too. We just they showed me, they're like, because we drove it down to I was like, we got to get there. Just fucking go, baby. Who cares if it smokes the fucking tire? We just don't want to break the rim.
Yeah.
So I get out and I look, and it's just sitting on the tire. There's nothing left. That's it. Pull over. We're gonna smoke the wheel. That'd have been like $3 or $4 grand, you know.
Oh, Jesus, Murphy, man.
But anyway, the guy, when they showed me, we must have ran over something nasty, dude. It fucking looked like. I mean, it was like a slit like this big in the fucking.
Goodness,
yeah. You must have ran over a piece of real sharp metal or something.
Jesus, Murphy.
Yeah.
Well, it's sorted out. That's a pain in the ass. What time did you get in last night then? At the end of the day,
like 10:30.
Holy smokers! Yeah, way past your bedtime.
No, it was probably more like 10. I was asleep by 10:30, so I lost a couple hours for sure.
Yeah. Well, you're not.
I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, feel those 2 hours. So what I did is I kind of maneuvered my morning. So I did my exercises right before I got here, so I'd be awake.
Oh, good for you. Yeah. Smart. Good for you. That's
why I had one more set of bodyweight squats. And I was like, fuck, I'm supposed to be signing on in a minute. I better text him real quick.
I saw that.
So I was like, I got to get, if I'm not, my job is to be here. Yeah. Fucking sitting here like a fucking mummy, you know?
Yeah. My job is to be here. Hey, I know you're a man who likes to work smarter, not harder. As I pivot to today's morning's topics, dude, check this out. I got a fun video. For all of you guys that want to sit on the couch today, this guy's giving you every reason to get up and get after. This guy is the most efficient worker this morning. Look at this. Just fucking holding his coffee. Look.
Not even fucking using a hand on it.
Is that not the epitome of like efficiency? So here's the thing. If you were this guy's boss, would you be annoyed by that? Or would you like, fuck, dude, you're pretty brilliant?
I say I need like 45 of you.
Yeah.
Because he's found the most efficient way to do it.
Yes.
Just think what he could do with other tasks.
Well, and you know what? Here's the thing, right? That's a good example of, I don't care how you get it done. Results only matter. Like, that's it. Just results. Like,
dude, you want to talk about the epitome?
Yes.
That's the epitome of fucking dying when you're, I mean, like literally, where's the joy in that?
Oh man, the guy gets up, he drove to the coffee shop, got his coffee, got to work, went into the back room, talked to his buddies about the night's sports scores and the lottery tickets, had a cigarette before, and he's now just standing there putting the bags of rice or whatever that is from one shoulder to the.
I can see the joy in figuring out, problem solving, but it's solved. What are you going to do that for the next 15 years?
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you, and it's an important one. It's a pretty important one, actually. What do you think your testicles are worth?
Well, now I don't need them. Fuck, I got all the kids I need.
Well,
for kids, they were worth a lot.
Well, I got a guy in Thailand who
dude, I mean, think about it, like if we lived in fucking complete pitch darkness,
yes,
could never see. What are our eyes worth? Nothing.
Oh, fuck you, man. That's brilliant. That's actually quite brilliant.
Well, what are your nuts worth if you don't want more kids? I swear to God. Other than feeling like you need a big pair fucking hanging down there.
I got nothing to say to that, Anderson. I actually got nothing to say.
Well, is that boiled down to the most simple form?
That is boiled down. Boiling the nuts down to the most simplest form. Yes.
Boiling the fucking hairs right off it, baby.
Well, I'm going to tease this one. Kai, we're not running it yet because the guy in Thailand has put some value on his nuts, and we're going to talk about it in a few moments. But before we do that, Johnny, in a few moments, we've always...
You know why he got value on his nuts? He's like the little black midget in the Jim Carrey movie, because there's so much good fucking DNA in those swimmers.
I have not been able to stop laughing at that comment since Monday. I was out for dinner with my family last night, and all of a sudden I started laughing. And they're like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, I'm just laughing at something Anderson said a couple of days ago. So you don't have to. He's such a fucking tool, man.
I'm just telling it the way it is.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, they wanted you to know it was a black midget. That's why he was a black midget in the show, in the movie.
I'm going to bring a little person to the show tomorrow, and I'm going to surprise you with him. You watch. I'm setting it up.
I actually had in Mexico.
Yes.
The midget wrestling was fucking huge.
Oh, that's good shit, man.
And there was one guy, he was like, he'd been doing it for fucking 40 years.
Yeah.
I swear to God, dude, he was just like a little fucking a small sack of sand with a couple of limbs sticking out. Like, I mean, talking waddled, right? And he was so over. That's the word for everybody loved him.
Yeah.
There he is. There's the guy from the Jim Carrey movie right there.
That's him. That's totally it. Yeah. Isn't that Black Vern Troyer? Like, I think isn't that, or no, I don't know. Yeah.
but anyway, the little guy, and dude, he was so popular. They would send him into my matches sometimes, so I would have to protect him.
Yeah. Oh,
dude, I swear to God, dude, the heels used to fucking beat on him. Like in the locker room, I would go check him. Like, dude, are you okay? There was a couple of times where it got so nasty because I had a lot of heat, like real heat with these guys, because I came in and took some of their spots.
Yeah.
With these matches, it gets so fucking physical. Like there was one guy. He wouldn't get in the ring with me because he knew it was his turn for me to fucking beat on him. Now, granted, it was inside the plan, but I was going to make it hurt as much as I could without getting fucking fired. Part of it is because he just fucking they were taking it out of my midget.
This guy's name is Tony Cox. He was the actor that was part of the Jim Carrey movie. Hey, coming up in a few minutes, we got a guest on the show here today, Johnny, who's I suspect you and I are both going to lean into this one. His name is Todd Crandall. Johnny, the guy quit heroin cold turkey, and then he's gone on to run 128 Ironmans. 128 changes lives.
Perfectly switch one addiction for bad one for the next.
I was just gonna say, man, you go from one to the other. So I'm looking forward to meeting Todd, man. That's an incredible story. We're gonna have that conversation with Todd Crandall coming up in a few moments. And hey, of course, coming up also in the show, we got a guy who sold his testicles for a lot of money, and we're gonna talk about that also coming up on the show here today as well. Hey, Sterling Preston, there's a nasal spray. I want to put this one on the table quickly. There's a nasal spray that might affect all of us and help all of us and help our immune system. Guys, what the hell is this one all about?
Stanford dropped a nasal spray that acts like a universal shield. Not a shot, a spray. Mice, it covered viruses, nasty new bacteria, and even dust mite allergy. That range is crazy. Viruses, bacteria, allergens, think about that. Still early. It's mice, not people. But if this translates, winter sickness gets rewritten.
Yeah, so this spray, Johnny, and this stuff doesn't excite me too much, but I just thought it was interesting because people are always looking for shortcuts. Well, this one here, apparently, COVID, flu, pneumonia, one spray is going to get rid of it all. So whether it's some super spray, whether it's going to open up a whole can of worms around,
what's in it?
What's that?
What's in it?
Yeah, they haven't said here in the there's actually nothing within my notes here which says what's in it. It says that they've been testing it on mice and they've been testing it across. Doesn't
it sound similar to the claims of nicotine?
Well, I never thought about it that way. Yeah.
Just think claim to claim. Sounds like a brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So this thing here is yeah, so this is a spray, and apparently it's they've been testing it on mice, and it attacks everything. So it reprograms the immune cells already living in your lungs, and they're saying this thing lasts about 3 months. It's still early, but they're looking to introduce this to the market along the way, which I thought was kind of interesting. So
I'm dying to know what's in there, man. That'd be
well, so am I actually. Now that I think about this, maybe we'll
really give us if Stanford's not going to put something out that's BS.
Oh, here we go, brother. I found it right here. So it's called here. What's in it is it contains a protein called ovalbumin, an egg protein which is used to attract and activate T cells. What do you know about that? Anything?
It's an egg like you get it in an egg?
No, it contains a protein called ovalbumin, which is an egg protein. Yeah, so I'm going to
an egg. You get the protein from an egg. An egg like if it was a beef protein, you'd think you get it from a steak.
Yeah.
Egg protein, do you get it from an egg?
Yeah, I would make that assumption.
Yeah, she should know.
Hey, Grok, talk to us a little bit about this. You've been listening.
All right. Digging into this Stanford spray thing. Sounds wild. Yeah, I've been right here, ears on. So this Stanford thing, it's not some snake oil shortcut. It's legit science, fresh from February. They call it a universal vaccine nasal spray. GLA3M052LS plus OVA if you want to get nerdy. Basically, it's not like a regular shot that trains your body against one bug. Instead, it hacks your lungs' built-in defenses, mimics how T cells talk to innate immune cells, like macrophages, keeping them on high alert for months. The key player? Oval albumin. Yeah, that egg white protein. It's harmless, just a decoy antigen that pulls in those T cells so they stick around and keep the whole system revved up. No eggs in your nose, though. Just the purified bit.
Yeah, so there it is, Johnny. So yeah, it's an egg white protein.
If we consume eggs or egg whites, are we actually getting some of this new technology just by eating the egg?
Nah, eating eggs won't do it. Oval albumin's just the bait here. It's not the magic. The spray's engineered. Purified protein mixed with this adjuvant, GLA 3M052, LS that basically yells at your immune cells. Hey, stay awake. Raw egg whites? You'd get the protein, sure, but no delivery system, no lung targeting, no T-cell party. It's like having the ingredients for a cake, but no oven. You just digest it.
Yeah, so there you go. So it's part of it, but not the main.
It seems way too simple to be able to fucking consume some eggs and get that. But I mean, you never know. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, it's fascinating. Here's what I find quite striking about it, John. There's a word attached to it which is going to freak everybody out: vaccine. So the moment everybody hears the word vaccine, it's like, oh, and I listen, all opinions aside on it, but it's called a vaccine, and it's called a vaccine Amsilova. And because of that, people are going to get their knickers in a knot all around that whole situation. So, but hey, yeah, there you go. Universal nose spray to cure all. Hey, Tom Brady's got some words of wisdom for us. Kai, what's that all about this morning?
It's hard when you're young to wake up in the off season at 6 a.m. to go train and work out, knowing that all your friends are sleeping in and eating pancakes. But understand this, life is hard. To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts. Happiness begins where selfishness ends.
Happiness begins where selfish begins. Johnny, you talk about it all the time. We got to be selfish, but not how we think and not how society defines selfish. John Anderson.
Well, dude, the best part about that is he basically says all you have to do is be what everybody isn't.
Think about that. Just pause on that. All you have to do is be what everyone
else isn't. What did he say? Consistent?
Yep.
He's hardworking or something else, but consistent was the number one thing out of his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, I know, and it's funny because
that is my fucking story right there.
Well, so is me too, and I'm not to latch onto your prayer, but I think that's probably why we get along because I'm the same way. I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to be because I've never considered myself the smartest guy in the room ever. It's not been my forte. It's funny because I'll share a vulnerability with you, and it actually comes down to your flat tire. So I grew up in a world with a lot of masculinity, a lot of uncles and a lot of dads and a lot of men that could do that kind of shit, John. Change tires, fix engines, get greasy, and do all the man stuff that in the era you and I grew up with, right? Where I was more comfortable being in the kitchen, like making cookies or doing kind of like the pussy stuff. So
were you really making cookies when you're out on a tractor?
100%. 100%.
Like, what you say? You're talking true cookies.
I'm actually talking. I was in the kitchen with my mom. They're doing making something.
Whatever. Okay, so you were happier working in the kitchen. Whatever work was there. I got you.
Correct. Yeah. And it was a long time, John. Growing up and learning that I wasn't good at that. And so what I decided I needed to do was to figure out a way to make money, to not be like all the other guys in my classroom that would go fix the car. So I grew up in a vocational school, like a blue collar type school where, shops and the things that us guys would do growing up to go do. And that all freaked me out. So I thought was okay. I got to figure out how to use my brain and my work ethic to go make some money. So if I ever got positioned with having to change a fucking tire in a car, I can go make a phone call and pull up my visa. And I joke about it, but it took me a long time, brother, before I was that vulnerability of myself. Do you know what I mean by that? What I'm trying to say with that?
100%. I mean, when it comes down to it, especially when you're young, you're trying to find where you fit best.
Yes.
A lot of times you fit best in places that you don't understand. Might give kind of a weird shadow over what the world thinks you should be fitting into.
Well, and that's why I love what you said, which was I can make more money on my laptop because the big math in your head goes, okay, well, I consider my laptop, I can make $1,000 in an hour, or I can go and change the tire and not make $1,000 and try to change the tire and pay $25 and waste my time, or I can just call the guy to change it and spend the $200 and still be $800 ahead because I made $1,000, right? And it's funny because not many people think that way, but you think about how to always try to make money. I'm always thinking the same way. I'm going to suggest most of us think about how to save money instead.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the scarcity mindset that keeps people where they are.
Yes. Todd Crandall's running a little bit late here, so he'll be here in a few moments coming up on the show here. All right, Johnny, so I was talking to you about what do you think your testicles are worth? Well, Sterling Preston, what are your testicles?
This will be interesting here.
Sterling.
Sit down. A Thai guy claims he sold both testicles for $2.7 million and blew it on car mods.
No hospital confirms it. Organ sales are illegal there, but the internet still treats it like a blueprint.
Even if it's fake, the mirror is real. Flex culture makes men trade health for applause and a depreciating toy. If your hobby needs body parts, it isn't passion, it's panic. So keep the legacy and upgrade later.
So,
real quick, did you see the interest in these two motherfuckers, the gay brothers, when they said 2.7 million? They're thinking, hey, they're like communicating ESP with each other, thinking, hey, we got 4 nuts here. We don't need these. Let's go make some money. Did you see them? Did you see them perk up?
I saw them perk up. I saw them frolic into
They heard me say, once they understood their nuts aren't worth it, they're not having kids.
So here's what we actually know. The man allegedly arranged the transaction privately. Whether it's real or not, the law in Thailand explicitly prohibits the sale of human organs. But apparently the guy used the money to modify.
Real quick, on that level, is there anywhere in the world where it's not illegal to do that?
Right.
I mean, you just kind of assume that that's the case everywhere, but maybe we're wrong.
Well, what is real is the global organ black market. So, dude, I've read stories, and you hear stories where people travel to places and they wake up and, they wake up wondering where the hell they are. They have no kidney, or they have less an organ where somebody steals them.
I know, dude. That's fucking freaky shit, man.
That's freaky shit. Right. So when I first started hanging out with Lauren and dating Lauren, one of her biggest concerns was being stolen by something. Like, what? She goes, yeah, I'm scared somebody's going to steal me. I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, yeah, somebody could just steal me. I'm like, wow.
Well, what I would say, Lauren, is you're a badass bitch. When someone tries to steal you, fuck them up.
Well,
undoubtedly it's going to be a dude. Kick right for the fucking nuts. You'll be good. You got a really good fucking place to when they think it's coming. When they don't think it's coming is when you get them, and then you got all the time you need to get away.
So I come downstairs before the show, and I see on the bench there she's doing one arm rows. She's got like fucking 60 pounds there. She's getting after. I'm like, holy fuck, man! I'll tell you, there's nothing more attractive to me than watching a strong woman lift and grunt through those lifts, like putting the effort in. Because to me, that's effort. I love effort. Effort I find is very attractive because it's your true soul to watch how hard you work, to put the time in, the commitment. The results will be the results, but the effort is what's most attractive, I think. And that can just get my wires going, man.
Well, and a lot of times when the sounds that are being made are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
I had a roommate, dude. Check this out. I lived in college. I lived with these 2 twin girls.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
End of story.
Well, dude, listen to this. One of them was big into lifting weights, and she went to the gym where I did. It's Gold's Gym downtown Portland. And anyway, of course, you live with somebody, you get fucking close.
Well, yes.
But dude, she could fucking literally. There was a machine that I knew what she was doing every time that she was there. She would get on this fucking ab machine and she would make herself get off doing fucking abs.
Dude.
Like fucking she's like, yeah, like every day when I finish my workout and I'm grinding it out over there, I'm grinding it out.
Well, I'll be upstairs and working away, and I'll hear my wife downstairs training hard, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty attractive right now because there's this, it's the effort, the sound, the noises, the working hard just to put in just something quite, what is it? Like I'm looking for the word visceral, like, you know, those like the caveman visceral, you know what I mean? Like just the whole idea of animalistic and no inhibitions, right? So I just find that stuff quite interesting. All right, Todd Crandall joining us. The guy goes from a heroin addict, 128 ultra marathons. We're going to have Todd join us in a quick second. But before we do that, hey, Kai, I think we have something funny that is sitting on the WTF Is This, do we not, Kai? If we do, I would invite you to bring that up here. And no, actually, no, let's yeah, I think we do, Kai. I think we had something. I think we have, yeah, check this out, Johnny. Watch this. What the fuck is this? Watch.
Whoa!
It lands.
He landed on his feet.
It fucking landed on his feet. It reminds me of the guy that got chucked off. Look at this. And that's not AI. Like, look at that landing, dude.
Can you imagine that? You know, there's that split second right before something like that happens. He's watching this car come in. And he's thinking,
yes,
I'm in deep fucking shit. And then before you know it, he's fucking standing on his feet going, what just happened?
Yes. Well, and it reminded me of that one that we watched last week where the guy jumped off of the back of that semi truck. Like, they timed the speed, right? Like very, very similar. But like, and this doesn't look like a young man. Like he's like,
this is unintentional.
I know. And it's like, what the fuck just happened?
This is I don't know that could ever be duplicated. I don't know that someone would try to duplicate that.
I would agree with you. Yeah. Yeah. Quite fascinating.
That could turn out to, I mean, broken fucking, I think it could really fuck somebody up.
Oh, at the very least. At the very least. All right. Speaking of fucking somebody up, we had somebody whose life was fucking up pretty wild for a long time. He was consuming the smack. He was all around the heroin stuff. And Johnny, I don't think we've had somebody on the show who has gone down this path like the guest coming up. Sophia Grant, let's set it up. Todd Crandall, from heroin to 128 Ironmans, now on Mornings in the Lab with Keith.
You can say you want to change and still wake up choosing the same thing that's wrecking you. That's because habits, even destructive ones, can feel safer than the uncertainty of choosing differently. Todd Crandall lived inside that pattern for over a decade. He started drinking at 13. By his 20s, heroin, cocaine, alcohol, and prescriptions controlled his life. A promising hockey career ended with expulsion for cocaine use. Then came homelessness, jail, and 3 drunk driving charges. At 3 years old, he lost his mother to addiction and suicide. In 1993, after his 3rd drunk driving charge, he quit everything. He went from daily dependency to total withdrawal overnight. No treatment center, no program. 6 years later, he crossed his first Ironman finish line. Since then, he has completed 128 Ironman races in over 25 countries across 6 continents. He founded Racing for Recovery to bring people and their families into the same room and confront addiction directly. He is a licensed counselor, a 7-time author, and the subject of 4 documentaries. Todd believes addiction and sobriety are choices. Today, we are going to examine what that means and why it challenges everything. Nation, this is going to be a powerful conversation. Todd, welcome to Mornings in the Lab.
After 13 years of heroin, jail, and wishing he would not wake up, Johnny, today's guest, went cold turkey, replaced his demons with 128 Ironman finishes and a mission to save thousands of lives. This guy's the ultimate proof that your story isn't over at rock bottom, and he's just starting, and it's just the starting line for the hardest race of your life. Kai, let's bring him up. Todd Crandall this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John. What's up, Todd?
Wow, man, what an intro. I'm watching that going, who is that guy? This is going to be cool. I'm excited to talk to you guys. And what was up with that dude that you were just showing that got hit and did the backflip and landed on his feet?
Oh, we thought maybe that was you after one of your Ironmans, brother. Or maybe that's just after a bad session from maybe 30 years ago, just fucking getting after it. Like, oh, right. No, but just some fun. Before we do something, though, before we get into it, I just want to pause as a human being. And on behalf of my brother, John, just express love from me and him to you for the life that you have had, the struggles you have had, the journey you've been on, and for the courage to be here with him and I to have a conversation that I know will be difficult. There'll be things that I know you've gone through a journey, man. And I just want to start our conversation from a place of love. I really do.
Beautiful, man. I love it. You guys, I love the energy watching you guys. This is going to be killer. I wish I had sunglasses on. I don't look as cool as you, but let's do it.
Awesome.
Well, he does that because he has to try to live up to his self-appointed.
What's that?
He does that because he has to try to live up to his self-appointed nickname.
Yeah, the handsome chief. Yeah. Oh, John, you missed it. I told my kids last night that's Dad's new name. Yeah. Kids, you should address me now as the handsome chief.
See that again? It just
like
that
it.
tells you
Yeah,
what a nickname
right
is self-given because you have to convince everybody to call you it.
Hey, Crandall. So first of all, where are you joining us from today, brother? Let's set it up. Where are you joining us from?
I'm sitting in my kitchen. You can see my backyard right there. I just got done running. I'm doing this with you guys, and then I'm going to head into the Racing for Recovery building and do work. And then I'm going to go see the Red Wings tonight. So it's a good day.
Oh, you're in Detroit?
An hour south. I'm in Toledo.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Awesome. Awesome. Well, listen, let's get into it. I know this is going to be a heavy conversation. I want to be respectful of time. Do you have a hard stop at the top or do you got some extra time for us if we got? No?
I'm good.
So I suspect this is going to be a heavy one this morning. So I want to dig into it. Johnny, let's get started right here, man. Todd, your mom took her own life when you were 3. Just hang on that for a second, John. So you're 3 years old. Your mom takes your life. She's battling addiction. At what age did you actually understand what happened to her? And when did you finally understand it? And when that hit you, what did that do to you as a young man?
Wow, we're getting into it. I love the hard questions. So from my earliest recollection of being a kid, I'm 10 years old, and that statement right there, let that sink in, because if somebody can't remember anything until the age of 10,
I know
things are not that good, right? So that year for Christmas, I had found a letter that my dad had written to my grandma. We were at my grandma's house, and I went in the bathroom and I found this letter, and it was talking about my mom killing herself and some other things in there. And I read this on Christmas Eve, and I'm as I say this right now, I'm looking back at it, and I wasn't like freaked out or anything. I was relieved to find out exactly what had happened because, in school, some kids were going around the playground saying, "Oh, Todd's mom jumped off a bridge and killed herself." My dad always said that she died in a car accident, but didn't tell me that she deliberately drove into a cement wall. So there was a lot of confusion. And when I read that letter, I felt relieved that I finally knew the answer. I wasn't mad. I didn't cry. It was very calm. And I just went out and had Christmas with my family.
You remember that moment like it was yesterday, Todd? Like right now?
Yeah, I do. I wrote about it in my first book. I don't think of this, but what a question to start this with today. Nobody's ever asked it like that. And it's a great question. And I'm thinking of my response, and that response of just being relieved. That's a little disturbing, I think, too, but yet it was comforting.
Well, it strikes me, Todd, too, that I can only imagine, I don't know if this is the right word, John, but the maturity. Like I can't imagine the old soul you were at 10. Am I right? Like, were you an old soul?
I am, and you're really making me think right now, and I appreciate it. So I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. I have a 2.5-year-old grandson. So
awesome.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's
and
awesome.
Watching
Man.
my daughter.
Yeah. Listen, go. Sorry.
Yeah. My daughter was born 5 years to the day that I quit drinking. And when she was born, my first thought was, you can't kill yourself because you're not going to do to her what your mom did to you. That was my first thought with her being born. Wow. When I started to watch her interact with my grandson, I got to be honest with you, this has been interesting because at first it was really weird. I started thinking, is this the way my mom was with me? Watching her, how loving she was is with my grandson. And then I'd think, wow, man, what would my grandson do if my daughter was gone? And it really started to sink in of how I must have felt as a young kid. And it brought a lot of empathy for myself. It brought a lot of empathy for my mom and just what she must have gone through to do that. I mean, I've struggled with suicidal ideation my entire life, man. And just having just empathy. Great. I'm grateful that I've survived because I got a kick-ass life today. But it's a jacked up story, and I'm not the only one that has this. And that's part of why I'm so passionate with my work at Racing for Recovery, is to help people cope with this stuff, because, you know, my life is a pretty good example of what can be when you're alive and you're not on drugs. But it started with my mom killing herself. And to be honest with you, and I don't want to freak anybody out, I'm grateful she did it. It took me a long time to feel that way. But when you look at it, her suicide has eventually, it's helped thousands of people all over the world through me starting Racing for Recovery. So that's taking a tragedy and turning it into a pretty cool thing for other people.
Yeah, I was going to say, bro, I just got to jump in and say, I don't think I think the fact that you found that perspective is a fucking gift. And I don't think that's selfish at all. That's basically finding the good in anything, even in a lost loved one. And, you know, the bottom line is, if more people could grab a hold of that, we would have a much better place to live.
Hey guys, I can't hear John. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We're having a little problem with your connection as well, Todd. Do you mind maybe just stepping back out of the lab and maybe coming back in here? We're having you stutter a little bit too. So, Kai, we'll pull Todd off for a quick little second, get Todd to reset maybe himself, and then we'll bring Todd back up here. So, Todd Crandall is joining us here from just outside of Detroit. He went from heroin addiction to 128 Ironmans. We're just sorting out some technical difficulties. Todd, maybe you want to reset browser, but we were losing some of your. We were having a hard time with your connection there. So
you might not be following your language, brother. You got so Todd. What Keith's asking you to do is actually leave and then come back in, log in again.
Yeah,
step out of the lab.
Sorry, yeah, he just left there for us. He'll go and read and reset himself.
We have our own lingo in here.
You totally do. Yeah. Hey, are you a fan? There's Todd. Let's see. So, can you hear Johnny now?
I can. Yeah. Nice to hear you, John. Yeah.
Beautiful. Awesome. What I was saying was, brother, I think the fact that you found that silver lining I think that's a blessing. And I think if more people could understand that blessing, we'd have a better world. So I think, forgive me, I think you said many people might think it's selfish. Those are the people that don't understand that, you know, finding silver linings and even the worst things that we could ever experience is a blessing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, John. And God, I hope you guys had what I said earlier recorded. Okay, cool. I don't want to go through that one again. But, you know, I remember the first time I said that was at one of our support group meetings, you know, back, I don't know, 2010 or something. And I vocalized it to the people at our support group meeting. And I had a lot of people who were very offended that I would talk about my mom like that. And I tried to explain to them, I said, listen, you know, I don't remember her. I appreciate her because she gave me life. I'm empathetic to what she was going through, but you got to look at the positiveness of this. Her suicide, yeah, it caused me a lot of problems for 13 years of addiction. And, you know, over time I struggled with some things myself, but my God, there's a lot of good that has come out of her loss, if you will. And I'm thankful for the good because life is good. Let's live it, right? Let's
100%, 100%. And the people that got bent out of shape about that, you know, I don't want to talk poorly about anybody, especially I don't know the situation, but those are the people that have the problem, not you.
Yeah. Well said. Agreed. Yep. I take a lot of flack in the work I do. I'm used to it, you know, so yeah, it's par for the course.
Then I know you take flack for this one, and Todd, just to give you some backstory, John himself, he talks about this on our show, and when, you know, it's he publicly talks about, you know, John struggled with addictions to pills, and he's gone through that. He's gone through his journey in life. But Todd, you have talked that you say addiction is a choice, not a disease, where many would disagree vehemently with you, would strongly disagree and say, no, what are you talking about? It's actually a disease. I want you to break that down for us. And why do you believe that that it really is a choice. And when you counsel people through racing for recovery, how do you address that topic with them, Todd?
This is great. You guys are killing it today. I love it. Let's put it into perspective, right? If I picked up a beer right now, after 33 years of being just under 33 years of being sober.
April 15th, Johnny, 1993.
Yeah, a long time. So let's get this straight to the listeners and anybody else who wants to get into this here. If I pick up a beer right now and drink it, somebody's going to tell me that that's not a freaking choice. That's choice. That's not a disease. Sobriety is a choice and addiction is a choice.
But is it as simple as that? Let me challenge you. But is that as simple as that? Because we are big fans of simplification. John's a huge fan of simplification. That's why I love him so much. But you've simplified it to its basic core. A choice, is it?
It is.
Well, I think, can I jump in real quick?
Sure.
I think I understand what you're talking about, brother, and I can argue both sides of this coin. You know, I think if we were to rephrase, like the way I look at my addictive behavior, my addiction. It's energy. I've just found the way to take that energy and displace it on something that's constructive. That's also a choice. So you have to realize is it a disease? Well, fuck, man. Let's not even worry about that. Call a disease a motor. It's energy, right? It's this thing that it's almost like when I go through emotional distress, that's also a motor. I'm going to do fucking amazing shit with the energy that fucking emotional distress is giving me, because I learned a long time ago, I can let this fucking drag me down and wreck my life, or I can do something great with this energy. Well, addiction, disease, whatever you want to call it, it's fucking energy, and it's a choice how you choose to use it.
Agreed. We're on the same page. Well,
I knew you would. It's just the people out there that don't fucking understand.
Right. Let's take this a step further. Look, scientifically, okay, some people are predisposed to having a problem with drugs or alcohol. I mean, that's evident. My mom was, my uncle was, he also killed himself. My aunt killed herself from a food addiction. So I get the genetic component.
That was my first addiction, brother. Sugar.
A lot of people as well, right? But so I'll give people the genetic makeup. You got blue eyes, that came from my dad. You got red hair, that came from whatever. But even in my own case, I made a cognizant choice to try alcohol at 13. Then once I put the stuff in the system, yes, I can say I'm hopeless and powerless and all that stuff that the traditional meetings do, but it's still a choice to ignite it. Or like you're saying, taking that energy and putting it into a negative force of drugs and alcohol, you're going to get a negative outcome. Now, when I made a cognizant choice to lay it down on April 15th of 1993, that was a simple choice. And I just keep making those choices or taking that energy and putting it into something productive. But the thing that I can't stand is the word relapse, and I'm powerless, because I'll hear things like that. Well, Todd, relapse is a part of recovery. It's like, no, it's not. And I am not going to counsel a family whose son is having addiction problems and say, oh, your son's powerless and relapse is part of recovery, and have that notion in that kid's mind, oh, I'm going to go use again and freaking die. I'm not going to carry that on my soul. So I want people to understand they're not powerless. They can empower themselves every day to take that energy, as you're saying, John, and put it into a new focus, not a new addiction. And I'm not addicted to Iron Man. I am energetic about life. And what I do with that energy is make good choices to get more energy and go out and kick ass in life. And I love it. And those are choices.
Well, what's really interesting is that the difference between addiction and obsession, right?
Yeah.
They're cousins, right? Call them brothers, maybe even twin brothers, right? And you look at really, really, really successful people, and not just talking money, whatever they chose to be. Maybe we're talking success, being a pastor. It doesn't matter. Let's take money out of this equation. Highly successful people will all tell you, you must be obsessed with what you're doing.
Yes.
I mean, I'm obsessed with my shit only because that addictive behavior allows me and gives me and blesses me with the energy to be obsessed.
Keith Billis, John Anderson, and our guest, Todd Crandell, 13 years, heroin addict, 128 Ironmans, joining myself and Johnny this morning for a deep, a powerful, and very human conversation. Here's how it's going to go, guys. We're going to do a little lifestyle tip with Anderson, reset hour 2, and come back with Todd. Todd, you have kids, eh?
I have 4 of them, yes.
Well, the conversation we're going to come back with, we're going to continue with you, but we're also going to set this one up. The conversation your kids will remember 20 years from now, and the one that you might be avoiding. And it all comes up in about 3 minutes. We're going to start with lifestyle tip, reset, back hour 2. Keith, John, and Todd Crandell. Let's get after it, Kai.
All right. This lifestyle tip is really designed to motivate you by, I guess you possibly pissing you off. Because here's the thing. We all bullshit ourselves to some extent. Some a lot more than others. And there's so many of you guys out there, and I've heard this over and over and over. You basically have picked this lifestyle that has become, it's too comfortable. And you're fat. But you won't admit to yourself you're fat. You say things like, I just need to lose 5 pounds. Oh, maybe 10. So if you find yourself saying this, go to the nearest bathroom. Take your shirt off. Look at that shit that's rolling over the top of your fucking belt line. And very possibly your tits folding over like a 75-year-old woman. And ask yourself, is that only 5 pounds? Now, we're just talking about if you're bullshitting yourself about being fat, but this thought process runs through our whole lives. So make a list. Here's the tip. Make a list. What are the top 3 things that you're bullshitting yourself about? And imagine how good life could be if you stopped bullshitting yourself, started being honest with yourself. Now, it's not just about being fat, not just about whatever items may be on your list. This is just an exercise to teach you and help you to learn how powerful being honest with yourself really is. Because when you are truly honest with yourself, you'll start making changes. But you're never going to make changes when you're bullshitting yourself. Because when you're honest with yourself, you quickly realize that your pain of reality is far worse than the pain of change. And at that point, you'll take the first step. Rock and roll.
I have the mental image of the 75-year-old woman with the floppy tits on the couch. John Anderson, thank you. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, friends. You're listening to The Big Show. where we don't like you bullshitting yourself, where we help men and all humans start their day with entertaining conversations, momentum, and positive energy from the big dog himself, John Anderson. Hey, if you're just joining us, first of all, you are late, but we forgive you. We go live every single day, 8 o'clock, mitl.live, mornings.live, the only morning show to help you guys get up and get after it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Come on, jump into the comments. We got an awesome guest here on the show here this morning. Todd Crandell is having us for an awesome conversation. We are 13 years addicted to heroin. Then he quit cold turkey, and now he's got 128 Ironmans under his belt. We also talked about the value of testicles. Yeah. Some guy sold his testicles for millions of dollars. I invite you to go back and listen to that conversation at the top of the first hour. But guys, coming up, the conversation your kids are going to remember 20 years from now, and you're probably avoiding it. And Kai, that conversation with myself, John, and Todd Crandell, it starts right now.
You're crushing work. Your kid's face says you're not here. That quiet hits harder than noise. It's not your calendar. It's avoidance. You're skipping the one talk they'll remember. You think you're protecting them. You're training distance. One day, they'll bring life to someone else first. The goal isn't perfect words, it's safety. If they can tell you the truth, you're winning.
Before your first call, ask, what's something you've been scared to tell me? Then shut up. Bite your tongue.
We'll show the mistake and the fix. We'll show the rule that makes hard talks easier. No hiding.
All right, back on hour 2 of myself, Todd Cardell, and John Anderson. Let's bring Todd back up on the screen here, Kai. Todd, let's get into it. You got 4 kids, eh?
I do. Yes.
How old are you?
Well, first of all, they're all from the same woman. I need to preface that. Let's see. My daughter Skylar will be 28 on April 15th, my sobriety date. My son Connor is 23. My daughter Madison is 22, and my little guy Mason is going to be 21 in July.
Good for you, man. Congratulations. How old are you, Todd?
I'm 59.
Congratulations, man. Sounds like you got a wonderful family.
I do. I'm very thankful. Yeah.
Proud dad. Very proud dad.
Very proud dad. Extremely proud. Yeah.
So is there going to be one conversation that all 4 or one of those kids are going to remember 20 years from now? Or 20 years down the road that they're gonna say, I remember that chat with dad that changed my life?
That is wow, what a question. Dude, yes. I'm trying to think.
Me and Anderson, we him and I combine behind the scenes here, and we just come up with the greatest questions possible for our guests.
You're doing it. You are doing it. I've taken. Let's see. I've had special moments, obviously, as a parent. You guys know this. You have special moments with your kids. I've taken my daughter Skylar and I went and I did Ironman Australia. That was a thing that she'll never forget. We've had great conversations there. My daughter Madison with her soccer, my son Connor with his lacrosse, and my little guy Mason with hockey, and taking him with me to see Motley Crue a couple times.
Yeah.
We've had some very heartfelt conversations. I know on the other side of this question is what's the question that I didn't want to get asked. So I'm going to kind of talk about both the good and the bad, right? After 27 years of marriage, I'm divorced. It's the biggest failure of my life. And my kids and I have very delicately tried to talk about that. I have said, hey, if you want to ask me something, whether you think it's going to hurt me or not, please ask it. But I think they want to know like why that happened, but they're afraid to ask. But there's so many good memories with my kids, life lessons about not using drugs. My kids have grown up watching their dad do some extraordinary things, but they've watched me work my ass off in service of other people. And that's taught them commitment and compassion for other people, and to go out and earn what you want. Don't have your hand out and expecting somebody to do anything for you. So those are some of the conversations that I know they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Johnny?
That's I think the fact that they watched you, what I would say is your kids don't give a shit what you say. They care what you do. They're going to emulate, and clearly you've given them something great to emulate. And that's what people need to understand. Granted, you had a divorce, and yes, it didn't work out, but there's so many positive things that you did show them. Yep. You've got to give yourself a lot of credit there, brother.
Yeah.
John, I want to tell you, I watched your tip of the day, and I'm like, man, this dude, you need to help me get some bigger legs. This Ironman stuff is making me too thin.
Well, I'm going to say with you doing Ironmans, that's a tough deal because your body realized very quickly we're not carrying any extra weight here, muscle or fat. Because this motherfucker does some crazy shit. And when he's fucking running 24 miles and biking 100 and swimming 17 or whatever these numbers are, we need to get rid of everything extra.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, I'm watching you talk, and you're talking about take your shirt off, and if your tits are hanging out, I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
But it's true, right? But anyway, no, you're right. Kids people don't really care what you say. They want to see it, man. Deliver it to them, show them. That speaks volumes. And that's the biggest thing my kids have gotten from me. They know their dad does stuff. And I love I'll tell you something else I love about being a parent. I'm a father, but I'm at the age now, and my kids are at the age now that we have this friendship. We joke with each other. We laugh with each other.
Yes.
And that's fun. That's a cool thing.
It's an adult relationship now.
Yes.
It's still parental, but it's less parental.
Yes.
But I want to go here with this one with you. So this one I've been, since when I knew you were coming on the show, I've been really wanting to ask this one of you. So when we kind of go through the culture of drugs, we rank them all, and we put heroin as one of the worst ones possible. I think we would agree that it's one of the real bad ones. And what makes me curious is how you confronted your own mirror, your own pride, your own ego to be able to go out into the community, recognize that you were carrying that baggage around with you. Because that just doesn't go away. That's not just, I just did it once. It was 13 years of perpetual. You went through a lot of shit, Todd. I'm just calling it what it is. But yet you have to live in the community. You have to live with your kids. I can't imagine your own ego, your own mirror, those first kind of days and moments when you started to choose a life of being sober and how you had to deal with your own pride. Can you talk about that for a little bit, man?
Beautiful question, Keith. I didn't say anything. The day that I quit this time, I didn't say a damn word because I had nothing to say. Nothing.
Actions had to deliver to the people around you instead of
because when you really want to do something, it's not important to fucking tell anybody. It's important to do it.
Correct.
It's when someone's fitting there fucking telling you how great they're going to be. What you know what that means? They're too fucking chicken shit to actually do it. That's why they're talking about it.
Yeah.
That was, you guys are right. I didn't have anything to say, and I tried to say all that stuff that John was talking about before. Hey, this time I mean it. I'm going to get sober.
Yeah.
It's bullcrap, right? But here's a couple very profound things that happened to me. One, after people started to see what I was doing, and I'm not talking a couple of weeks, I'm talking years.
Yeah, and notice there's a new Todd around. There's a new Todd in the neighborhood, right? Like literally, there's a new Todd in the neighborhood.
Cool.
Who's the new guy that moved into the community here?
That's when I knew I was doing it.
Ah.
That's when I knew I was doing it. When people told me I was doing it, then I knew I was doing it. But in the meantime, I just was doing stuff, right? Big difference. And one more thing I want to say, I did a speaking engagement in my hometown for like the Chamber of Commerce or whatever it was. And I was telling my story of all the craziness I've done and then some of the goodness that I was trying to do. And a guy sitting in his little suit in the front raises his hand for a question, and I call on him, and he said, I can't believe you got up there and embarrassed yourself like that. And
what?
Right. And my first reaction was like,
fuck off.
I want to pummel this dude, man. But I listened to him, and I very calmly said, I'd be embarrassed if I didn't get up here and tell the true story.
I'm going to say that 100%. It's like, this is a person who is so fucking trapped by their insecurity. They're not even they can't even fathom, pulling their pants down in front of other people.
Yeah. I have a lot of, I'm not proud of a lot of things in my life, but except my kids, but I'm proud that I've used my grit and determination to put everything out there, the good, the bad, everything, my failures, how I became successful, all of it, and let somebody decide what they want to do with it. But I'm not going to sugarcoat or try to deny the addiction or it wasn't that bad. We can swear on this. It was fucking crazy.
Yes.
And I harmed a lot of people, and I own that. And I'm doing my best to give them the best version of me because there is good in me that can be helpful to other people. And I'm okay with that, man.
Todd, are you a man of faith? Are you a man of faith?
Pardon?
Are you a man of faith?
Yes, in a variety of ways. I believe in God, but I believe God gives us the brain to use his stuff, and we got to put the work in. There's some distortion with some of the stuff I hear with that, but yeah, I believe.
Yeah, you can't just go fucking rob a bank and ask for forgiveness.
Yes. No.
Well, and John, I'm glad you put that out there, Todd, because I've spoken often on this show where I feel like we have many people in this world that are selective with their faith or selective with their Christianity. It's we love. The moment Todd fucks up, we repel and we cancel. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't the Bible about redemption and forgiveness? So I'm like, what? How are you saying this, but you're not saying this? And listen, we invite people with faith on the show. We invite all kinds of beliefs on the show. But you said something which struck me, and I want to kind of John and I keep talk about playing tennis back and forth with a good conversation. You said that there's some things that you aren't proud of with your life. And I would wonder if there's a way to reposition that, because me, as I'm getting to know you for the last 45 minutes, I find myself as a human being very proud of you.
Wow.
Because you have had to go through just like a wall after a wall after a wall after like a constant battle every single day to get here. And I can imagine, Todd, even to some day these days say it's not easy, but you still do it. There's pride in that, man. Like you go look in that mirror and okay, yeah, there's some shit back there behind me, but I would only look behind myself to see how far I've come.
You guys are touching an area of my soul that still needs some work. Wow. Okay, let's talk about this. It shows how prominent low self-esteem, suicidal thoughts, self-hatred. That's still my demon.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that with us.
I can't look at myself in the mirror. I don't.
Interesting.
I remember when the first interview that I did, which led me forming Racing for Recovery, I was talking to the newspaper guy, and he asked me, he said, I want you to go in the mirror right now and look at yourself and say you love you. And I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind, dude? I'm not doing that. And I was 8 years sober. I still couldn't do that today. Still couldn't do it. But I understand and I'm willing to work on it every day of, man, can I like myself a little bit more today? Can I feel good about what I've accomplished? Because I just really, I'm so driven. John called it an obsession earlier. I'm so driven on just doing service and taking care of my mind and my body that sometimes I forget to take care of that little 3-year-old kid that lost his mom.
Yes.
That's a bitch, man. That's a bitch, but it's true. And hey, give me one more second. Sorry.
Please.
You mentioned God a second, right? I've had people that have literally come up to me and say, Todd, your mom's in hell for killing herself. And that's where I start going. And that's God. You want me to believe in that?
Yes.
So it's kind of,
I get that.
Distorted. Yeah.
I get that. So hey, I got an invitation for you, Johnny. Here's the. Put your fat, flabby tits. And
hold on, you broke up. You said, "Here's the invitation."
Here's an invitation for you, Todd. Go in front of the mirror today. Take your shirt off. Look at your flabby tits and think of John. It'll make you laugh. There you go. You've been looking. We pride ourselves on creating safe spaces for our guests here. Next thing you know, you're like, yes, John Anderson. I'm looking at my, wait a minute.
You guys are great. I can't unsee and unhear what John said on break. I cannot get that.
Because listen, if you got a pair of fucking missile tits, you have to be honest with yourself.
Hey, speaking of being honest with yourself, so Todd, you're divorced. So am I. But life goes on, and Johnny's not. But I got a did you know for all of us men out here, which could use a tip. And the did you know tip, Todd, I'm not sure if you're in a relationship today. I am, but mine's on pause for 7 days because Mother Nature has taken its toll with life right now. But so we might have to undertake some solo life expectancy work. But I got a did you know that might be helpful for men right now. Hey, Kai, let's run the did you know.
Did you know most men shut down right after finishing? That is the fastest way to kill momentum. They roll over and mentally clock out. The body usually follows the brain. Smart athletes use the cool down rule. Do not disengage. Stay present. Cuddle. Kiss. Tease. Keep the connection alive. After climax, the body releases prolactin. That hormone makes you tired. Use deep belly breathing. 4 seconds in, 4 hold, 4 out. Your pelvic floor controls erection strength and stamina. Most men never train it. Practice Kegels daily. Contract for 5 seconds. Release and repeat. Recovery also depends on blood flow and hydration. Dehydration slows everything. Drink water right after. Add a pinch of salt for electrolytes. The biggest mistake is mental. Men assume the night is over. Stay engaged and confident. The body often follows the signal. Think like an athlete. Train endurance, breathing, and recovery. That's your today's Did You Know? Back to Keith and John.
I don't know about you guys, but I like to go for round 2 as quick as I can. And I thought this tip could be helpful. Johnny, after you're done, man, you throw some cold water on your face, brother, and do some Kegels, and you can regroup and get after it very quickly, brother. Do you have any tips and tricks for round 2?
You know, honestly, when it comes down to it, I never, ever worry about round 2. Sometimes not even round 1, because my true satisfaction comes out of what I'm giving her.
Yes, I know.
I mean, I told you about my last little fucking streak of fucking expectancy work. I had 3 days in a row, not a nut.
Hey, that's there you go. So we can work on that too. Toddy, any comments on this conversation? Any
I can't stop.
Audience.
I can't stop laughing at you guys.
We pride ourselves on taking our conversations all over the place on the big show we call Mornings and Alive with Keith and John.
Let's ask a question though. Think like this. Would you rather have your own orgasm or have your partner go, "What the fuck was that?"
Oh, I'm the latter.
There's no.
Well, you know what it is too, right? You
happily not get off.
When you're in love with somebody, an attractive woman who you're madly in love with, there's nothing more powerful than seeing their pleasure. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll see you later. I'm good now. Give me the trophy, right? Like that's fun. So I thought this was pretty funny though. It's because especially the younger men in our audience. How do I get to round 2 quicker? Well, there you go. That's how you do it.
Well, if your round 1 needs to be so fucking long that you're whooped, physically whooped.
That's there. Go. Hey, John.
Energy into the wrong spots here, my people.
Hey, Crandell. So, what's your next life event? We're going from conversations around doing round 2 to what's your next marathon, ultra marathon, triathlon, Ironman? What do you got next on the calendar, Todd?
Well, I'm still getting over. I was on stage with Megadeth in London, Ontario the other day, which was
really
killer. Yeah.
You were on stage with them? Tell that story.
I was on stage, backstage with them, trying to get a couple of them to do my podcast, but great guys, great show. Love being in Canada. I love up in Canada.
That's where I am. I'm in Winnipeg.
Right on. You're a Jets fan.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Of course.
All right. We need the Oilers to win the cup, though.
Okay. Come on. Okay. So that's going to be your quickest exit off of my show, Crandell. Just calling it out, brother. So stop.
All right, let's leave that one alone.
All right. So how do you feel with Dave Mustaine and the guys at Megadeth? Like, how does that happen?
It's called being sober and having a vision of you want to do something and going to get it, and that's what I do. Yeah, that's it.
That's the hook right there. Good for you, man. That's it.
Yeah, I've done a lot of that stuff. But anyway, so I'm leaving next. What's today? Wednesday. I leave a week today for Ironman Dallas. It'll be my 129th, the first of 11 Ironmans this year.
Yeah,
I'm ready to get back after it. Love to travel. Want to go down there and just do it again. I'm ready to go. It's been a while,
dude. John, you and I have done this so many times, Anderson, with so many interesting people. And we've said this before, Johnny, you've heard me say this before. There's certain guests we have on our show that I find myself just wanting to keep walking towards and learning and listening and asking more. And I'm looking at the clock and we're running out of time here. Crandell, will you come back and hang out with me and Johnny again sometime?
Dude, I'd love, yes, anytime, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a great energy, brother. It's really good having you around today.
You do. Yeah, there's an energy. There's something you're carrying with you that I know is very inviting to the audience as well. And I can tell, and I mean this with love, with what I'm going to say next. but I can tell there's parts of you that I think we still need to be talking about and with.
Agreed.
And I mean that with love, and I mean that with lots of love, actually, and I mean that really sincerely, because we're not going anywhere. John's not going anywhere, and I want you to, I want you to feel like you got a safe space to come back here and have this. Because I can tell you, there's a lot of guys that are hearing your story that aren't talking to Keith and John, that are trying to wonder how they get into that next stage, but they're not prepared to do it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys, I've really appreciated this. You brought some stuff out of me, and you rocked a couple parts of me that need a little rocking, and I know they do, and it's given me some motivation to. I got some work to do. None of us are perfect. I admit that.
Brother, we always got work to do. So just realize that's just part of the equation. If we're not working on ourselves, we're either waiting to die or we're fucking living.
Right. Anytime. I'd love to come on. I'd love to come in the studio and hang with you guys.
Yeah. Well, and I'm being serious with what I say next. I'm going to be very serious with what I say next, and I'll joking aside. Maybe you can find some time today or tomorrow after you're reflecting on your experience with us. And I mean this with respect and love. Go look in the mirror.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you this.
Yeah.
I guarantee you I will do this. When I do an Ironman, it's my time to have time to myself. And it's kind of crazy to think you got to do an Ironman to have that. And
brother, I listen. You're talking my language. I get it.
I get a lot of peace out there by myself. Yes. I will be thinking about this conversation for sure, the tough parts of it, and I will start planning on when I can honestly say I can go do that. Today probably not, but I definitely will start thinking about how I am able to do that.
Awesome. Couple of things. I'd love to grab a coffee with you, whether it's today or tomorrow. Would love to grab a coffee off show with you. So I'll drop you a link for that. And
cool.
I'm also going to include my phone number.
Awesome.
So I want to stay in touch. And and if you find yourself in some moments where you're like, I'm walking away from the mirror, because dude, I've gone through my journeys too, and I know Johnny has as well. And I pride myself on, connecting with humans, that if I can help somebody through it, let's do it. So
let's do it. Hey, hey Keith, I want to leave you with this though. Okay.
Don't fucking talk about the Oilers.
I was gonna, man. Come on.
Fuck off, man. It's my show. My name's on the show and John's name's on the show. It's not Todd and Friends. So no, fuck the Oilers. Hey, all John. Right. Hi.
All right.
Hey, did you have an
iPod? All right.
Did you have an iPod growing up? Did you have an iPod, Todd?
Yes.
When you're
old school.
Yeah, totally old school. Check this out. Look, this is what an Apple store looked like in 2005. Kai, let's run this clip, man. If you were walking through an Apple store 20 years ago, look how different it looks than today. Like look at that. It's like, oh.
Yeah, there you go.
It just looks like it's so not relevant to the world we live in today. It looks so damn dated when you look at that world back 20 years ago, actually. 20 years ago, walking into the Apple store. So
best invention ever right there, the iPod.
Well, for you who's a runner, I guess so. Yeah. Hey, John, before you go.
Hey, John, before you go, look at this. A beach full of tomahawks. This is meat propaganda. It is working on me.
The crust is so loud you can hear it through the screen. Fat dripping into the coals like fireworks.
That bone is a handle, John. You grab it like a trophy, bite straight off the edge, and forget your own name.
And the slices look stupid perfect. Pink center, juices running, smoke hugging it like perfume. This is disrespectful.
My favorite part is the crowd acting calm. If you put this in front of me, I'm feral. I'm gnawing. No napkins.
Context before we move on. This is AI slop. No real festival. John, if it was real, are you flying out tomorrow?
So Todd, Johnny loves his tomahawk. So I saw this and I was like, I got to show this to Todd. I got to show this to Johnny because John loves tomahawk steaks. I can see John sitting down there and crushing it all. Johnny?
I've never seen it, dude. That's quite an event right there.
What?
I got to go back to my gay brothers real quick. I love it when they try to act manly, especially talking about meat, because you can see him holding on to that bone thinking, God, I wish this was a fucking tube steak. He's thinking, how did this fireman's cap get so big? It should fit in my mouth right now. You see the But the gay brothers, they try to pretend like they're not gay, but they can't keep themselves in the closet. That's the joke, brother. That's the joke, Todd. Those are AI characters, so I'm not beating up. I'm having fun with it.
He's just defending all the gay AI
characters. I guess because we actually at one point had someone that got offended by me having fun with my gay brothers. They poke at me, I poke at them.
Yeah. All poking, and John is intentionally poking. Speaking of poking, all right, I'm going to take your poking, Crandell. Throw it at me. What do you got about the Oilers?
I love Connor McDavid, man. I respect the work ethic that guy, I root for him. If he was, whatever team he was on, that's who I'd want to win. I just admire that guy's work ethic. That's where it comes from, really. I'm a hockey fan. I'm a Canadian hockey team first.
Yeah.
I love hockey in general. And I love Connor McDavid. The guy's unbelievable, man. So,
are you a Red Wings fan or a hockey fan?
I am a hockey fan. I'm an Original Six hockey fan first, and I'm a Canadian hockey fan, Original Six first. So the Leafs, the Habs, those are my teams first. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Todd Crandell, so I asked you one more time, where can folks connect with you? LinkedIn, Instagram, where can they find you?
Sober Ultraman on Instagram. I'm on Racing for Recoveries. Got a page. Todd Crandall's got a page. LinkedIn, everywhere. Find me. If you got a question, I'll answer it. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. Please check out our 7 books. If you need some help, I'll do my best to do whatever I can.
Awesome. Todd, you're always welcome back, my friend. Always welcome back here, okay?
You guys were great. Thank you.
Brother, you're a cool fucking cat. Keep it rocking, brother.
Likewise. Take care, guys. We'll be in touch.
All right. Todd Crandell's out of here. I'm gonna wrap up with Johnny for a quick minute here. Dude, I really love that, man. That was really good. That was inspiring to me. Powerful shit, no?
Yeah. It was about as real as it gets.
I was just gonna say that's as real as it gets. Out of all the guests we've had, that's a real soul right there. Who still, you can see John is still going through, like you see some of the way we ask the questions, see some of his responses. There's still some, we're all still on our journey. I'll put that.
He's fucking honest with himself.
Yes.
I mean, he's going, we're all going through it. The question is, are we actually, being honest with, yes, we're going through. We never really, we just learned to manage the shit that happens to us.
What I enjoyed about that, there was nothing performative. Like no performative at all, right? So I thought that was awesome. Hey, what do you got going on today, brother? Well, you're going for a nap, aren't you?
Well, I'm meeting Ben. We're doing our film. We do our content after this.
Yeah.
And then definitely going to fucking take a nap after that. We have some life expectancy scheduled.
Yes.
Because Thursday is going to be her recovery day because Friday we travel.
Yes.
See, she knows. Terry, she's she worked her whole life. So I'm happy to give her a life where she doesn't have to do shit. And so she knows after a life expectancy session that the next day for her is a recovery day.
Yeah.
Thursday to recover before we travel on Friday.
Where are you off to on Friday? You go back to Mexico, or are we going?
Actually, we're going up to NorCal. We've got one of our friends is having his 50th birthday party. And so
that'll be fun.
Going to see some friends. And then on the way home, we're going to go see 2 of our daughters and the grandson.
Oh, fun. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's why it was important. We got the fucking wagon fixed.
Yes, I get it.
That's our road warrior.
Yeah. Good morning, Spartacus. I see you there this morning. Good morning. Thanks for me and John this morning. I went out and crushed some meat last night. John went out with Lauren and Brooks and Piper and went to one of my favorite rib restaurants down the street here. And I know the owner, Tony Sawicki. Wonderful man, dude. Just a wonderful dude. And man, I just had a plate of ribs, and ribs. I fucking love ribs, man. I'm a big fan of my ribs. So it's good. Okay, well, listen, you have yourself a great day. Enjoy the rest. Enjoy your time with your beautiful bride, and we'll look forward to talking to you in less than 22 hours.
Have a good loop, my brother.
All right, pal. Johnny's out of here, guys. Good morning, Whitaker. I see you down there. Dwayne Whitaker joining me in the comments this morning. Hey, Dwayne, I heard your dog was shitting in your house this morning. Uh-oh. Maybe he wasn't supposed to know that, Jimmy. I see Jimmy's back in the lab. Kai's back in the lab. We are getting after it. Good morning, everybody. This is Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. And I will admit, I don't know where Cheryl is. Jimmy, do we know where Cheryl is? How did her show go this morning? I know she was going to jump into the show here after, but I don't know if she's making it in this morning. So, taking the dog out. Oh. Well, I got a note from her this morning that Dwayne was out of town and that the dog may not have been obeying mom. Maybe is what I'm suspecting was in between the scenes there. So thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate that, man. Yes, another birthday in the books. But for all of us men, we don't celebrate birthdays, eh? We just kind of like go through life like, oh yeah, just another birthday. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, well, listen. I got a monologue I'm going to put on the table here this morning, and it is. Oh, really? Is she here? Is she actually here? Do I got to bring her in? All right, bring her out. All right, let's bring in Cheryl Whitaker this morning. Actually, hold on. Now that we have her on the show, I can have this conversation with her. Jimmy and Kai, I'm really confused. I talked about it yesterday. Like, it starts with Joy, but yet her name is Cheryl.
Yes.
So you got to admit there's some confusion with the audience.
No. There's no confusion. There's no confusion.
Oh, it's just me?
Yes, it's just you.
It's the handsome chief?
It's just you, the handsome chief. You're so handsome that,
That's exactly it. Yes. Hey, how did your show go this morning, kid?
Oh, I'm smiling. Okay, so many thanks to the team. We did go longer, but so we're like about an hour today. But
yeah,
conversation was really, really great, and we had a couple of surprises in there, and so it was so much fun.
Good. Nicely done. Hey guys, if you don't know, Cheryl runs a live show here right on the network every single Wednesday, 8:30. She gets after it, has some great conversation with some great guests, and it's supposed to be a 45-minute show. It's turned into an hour show, which we love. So that's great. And guys, she's dropping a brand new companion app. It starts with Joy Live, just like our companion app, so you guys can communicate and hang out with Cheryl in and amongst the show when it is not on. And I got a big question for her. Did she call her CTAs out today on the show?
I did. I called out a few CTAs.
Nicely done.
I even have it right here. Oh, talked about the book.
Yes.
Talked about engaging in the chat, right?
Yeah.
A lot of folks in the chat today. Chris Crock, my guest, she brought people, right? So there were a lot of folks in the chat today. And I even did a CTA at the end, letting everybody know that I come over here when
done.
Yeah. So it's like, don't stop the live. Keep it going.
That's it.
There's a surprise in there for you too, Keith. So when you watch it later, you'll see there's a little surprise.
Oh, great.
For the handsome chief.
Oh, nice. A little surprise for me. Okay, excellent. I like surprises. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Kai. I want to have some fun with Cheryl here. I think we can maybe introduce some new types of segments as Cheryl hangs out with me on Wednesdays. And maybe it's actually revisiting some topics of the day, some conversational topics of the day. And Jimmy, Kai, find the Donald Dash clip for us.
Oh,
there's 180,000 Americans, Cheryl Whitaker, that are leaving the country.
Oh.
Almost 200,000 Americans are quietly packing up their gear, getting into their wagons, and they're just driving out of America. And Kai, Jimmy,
2025 flipped the script. More people left the U.S. than arrived. First time since the Depression. Call it Donald Dash or don't. WSJ tracked 180,000 Americans moving to 15 countries. Brookings says net migration was likely negative. That's not a rumor. Portugal, Ireland, Mexico, even Albania. Expatsy had nearly 400 on one call. We're mapping the where and why.
Dude, I found this quite fascinating, actually.
Wow.
So they're predicting more in 2026. So to put this in context, the last time this happened, Cheryl, was during the Great Depression when Americans were fleeing actually to work in the Soviet Union. But America has actually been declining in population.
Wow.
Right? And some experts are suggesting that as time goes on, it's not a bad thing because everyone roll their eyes at Bill next because the robots, we need workers. So the robots will help with the workers so that, maybe we're getting rid of all the bad people from the country.
I don't know if it's necessarily the bad people. I think it's the people who can afford to leave.
Yeah. Something to be said for that. Yeah, you're probably right, eh? You're probably right. Yeah. And Charlie, they're not going to Iran. No.
No, they're definitely not going.
A little too soon to go there. And they're not probably going to Dubai.
It's too soon.
Yeah. But I thought this is interesting, man. 180,000 people.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. And it's funny because I was listening. I was hoping that Sterling or Preston was going to run through which countries mostly. And they named a country that
Albania.
No, Portugal.
Oh yes.
If you haven't been, I mean, and then the exodus to Portugal for retirement has been happening for many years, but now Portugal has put some additional laws into place because so many expats are moving into that country. So it's a beautiful place, though.
If you and Dwayne have not been to the Azores, which is a part of Portugal, have you been?
It's on the list. We've been to Portugal. We've been to the Algarve region, but the Azores is next.
So Petro, heads up to you, brother. A direct flight from Boston to the Azores, 4-hour flight. It is incredible. You and Dwayne got to get your ass there. A little archipelago of islands. Lauren and I went. It's man. I have a hard time to describe it. It's beautiful. It's simple. It's slow. It's just magical. And we went and climbed Mount Pico. There's a volcano there we climbed, and we did an overnight climb.
Wow. So my ass will be on the beach. I won't be climbing any volcanoes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly that's exactly where I'd find your ass.
I love it. It is absolutely on the list.
Yes, 100%. Hey, yeah. So Megan Fox has been in the news.
Oh.
Yeah, she's back.
She is.
Apparently she's back. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Kai, Jimmy, you got that clip? Let's run it.
She wiped her whole feed and went quiet. Then she drops 8 words and owns the room.
That scares men. Starting over feels like a confession, so they hide instead.
She says everything is more beautiful because we are doomed. Translation, stop waiting for perfect. And when the ex comments, you don't owe a reply. Boundaries first, then presence.
Yeah, so she's back. She made a big announcement that she's back. She left for a while, but she's now back in the news. She's back at and that picture I asked Kai to put up there. So I have a picture just like that one that I'm going to put on the show tomorrow. But mine's off my left cheek. So I have one. So I see she got the right cheek there. Mine's more of a left cheek. So I have one that we're gonna. So and Petra was looking for like the days. I got a bow one of me and Days of Our Lives too with my hair. But apparently she's back. So she made a big announcement. She's back. And I was like, oh, what is she back with?
She's back. Baby's got back.
So I thought that just having Megan Fox on the show would bring guys to it, and they have showed up because, we're just going to thirst trap our way through it. Oh, and I got a picture like that one too. I have some stockings like that too. So just saying it, man. Yeah, so Megan Fox is back. And guys, what that means, I have no idea. But she cleared her Instagram. She cleared all of her shit out when she was going through her MJK stuff or Machine Gun Kelly. But now all that is done. She's now, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. It is. It is good for her, actually. Yes. Yeah. And I of course I joke about it, but maybe the main lesson in this is, and what I like to lean into, Cheryl, is it's always okay to begin again. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm living that right now. Right. That's my whole story. Beginning again, going into the entire life and career that I did not see for myself a year ago.
I know.
Yep.
And now you're hanging out in some virtual place called Rome. Now you got a morning show. Now you're hanging out with me and these gang of folks from the Philippines, and you're like, what the hell's going on?
I mean, and in the best way possible.
Yeah.
I'm pinching myself every single solitary day.
It's hard to begin again, though, isn't it, Cheryl? Like, it's fucking hard.
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
I mean, I fought for months trying to figure out what the hell I was going to do with my life and my career. But then once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you
just like that picture. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. To feel all the feels, the happy, the sad, the crying, all the stuff, to get to back to yourself and figure out what's going to be next.
It's interesting because Laura and I were talking about this last night, and we were talking about her job and her career, and she's so good at it, and she's so happy with it, and she makes such a difference in her job. And I was saying to her last night, like, I myself, Jimmy, who's known me since we started this show, I was the ICU guy. I'm now the Mornings in the Lab guy. Like my identity, who I am, what I'm all about, what I'm building. It's taken me a long time to get here, and it was a struggle. And I did it on this show in front of a lot of people. Go back and watch it. Right? I didn't know who I was, and I had to figure out who I was. And now I know, and my confidence is through the roof. I just and I go back to but I had to find a way to begin again. And that's fucking hard.
Yes. And you know what, Keith? There's some people who don't do the work to begin again. They just give up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so I commend you, and I'll pat myself on the back too, for not being, you know what I mean? For finding that inner strength, and then also the love and support of people around you.
Yes.
To figure out what's next.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of what's next, I got a monologue coming up. But before that, tell us what's next, where your lovely best friend in the house this morning, because your other best friend was away on business, decided to drop a big fucking load as you got up out of bed this morning to get on the bike. And you're like, really? Bella. Is it Bella?
No, guess who found it? My mom found it. My mom found it.
You stepped in it?
Oh, thank God she didn't step in it. Thank God she didn't step in it. But so Dwayne's away.
Yes.
And I'm like, hurry up and come back. He'll be back tomorrow. But anyway, and Bella left I miss my daddy, my mommy, shit.
A little package, eh?
You know what? There was still joy in that because she did it.
Yes. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
She did it on the mat though, so it was very easy for me to clean up, and she didn't do it anywhere else. I did do a little recon.
Yeah.
Dwayne just loved it. He's the one. I'm the spare.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's shit to let everyone know. That's what it is.
I love it. Hey, so what do you got going on the big show next week? Next Wednesday, Cheryl Whitaker. It starts with Cheryl, 8:30 on It Starts With Joy on Mornings in the Lab Live Network. What's on the big show next week, Cheryl?
Well, I have a really big and important guest next week, Janice Robinson Burns.
Oh, cool.
Learning officer for MasterCard. She's a top executive. She is a managing partner for Lightcast and a Lightcast company now. Like, she's a badass in my world.
Yeah.
So to be honest, we're going to get into a whole bunch of different things. She is a big Beatrice fan.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go a whole bunch of different places.
That's awesome.
Identity. Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm really excited. She said yes.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. So, you know, I got an invitation for you. My invitation is to go back and listen to our conversation with Todd Crandell today, and I'm going to connect you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to think his message will resonate with your audience around leadership. The guy had a 13-year addiction to heroin.
Mm-hmm.
His mom killed himself when he was 3. Yeah.
Mm.
And he has since gone on to run 129 ultra marathons.
Wow.
The guy's a fucking hero. The guy, I found myself wanting to run. I wanted to hug the guy. I wanted to love the guy. I wanted to kiss the guy. I just wanted to give him my love.
Yeah.
Such an awesome man. His name's Todd Crandell. He's from Michigan. And I'll connect you guys on LinkedIn, man. You guys, and I would invite you to have a conversation with Todd. He's got a great story. He's a leader. He's a leader in his own way. I know you talk about joy and leadership, and I suspect that there's probably a thread within what Todd's doing and with what you're doing that I think would inspire a lot of your audience, because you talk about beginning again, Cheryl Whitaker, that guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. I'm talk about beginning again at that. Oof.
Yeah. What an awesome conversation. So
wow, I can't wait. You know, I go back and watch later, so I'll be watching.
Connection for you. Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, well, listen, I got some work to do. I'm really glad you got a chance to join me this morning. I always love you coming in with us on a Wednesday, every single Wednesday. Guys, you go find her. It Starts With Joy live. And hey, we're dropping the It Starts With Joy live companion app in the next couple of days as well. So you'll see that with Cheryl. But you know where to find her, 8:30 live. It Starts With Joy on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. You can get her. And you can find her on LinkedIn. She's out there. She's one of my good friends. I'm glad to call her my friend. And I'll see you later.
Glad to call you my friend. It's an honor.
And I'll see you later, my friend, as well. All right, Whitaker's out of here, you guys. And we're going to jump right into the Morning Focus, where we're going to talk about live versus pre-recorded, because the presence, it beats the production.
Presence beats production every time. If we're not there, none of it matters. That's the point.
Live isn't louder, it's riskier. Pre-recorded isn't safer, it's quieter. That's the trade.
We say, we'll go live after one more upgrade.
Yeah.
That's not strategy. That's hiding. That's the lie.
When we hide, we lose trust. We lose momentum. Our audience fills the gap. That's the build.
The rule is simple. We earn credibility in public. No edits, no cover, no hiding.
Chief's about to break it down. Presence creates receipts. Production can't fake that. Morning begins here.
So what are you afraid of? What scares you? What scares you from having a conversation? What scares you from starting that podcast? What scares you from starting a live conversation? I know what a lot of it is. It's fear. It's I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to say something that I shouldn't say. I'm going to offend somebody. It's all those things. Like, I'm just going to record it, or I just will never do it. Well, listen, let's get into this one this morning. I've watched a brand spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a brand video. And I'll be frank, it was awesome. It was beautiful. The lighting. Jimmy, the lighting was fucking perfect, man. It was just perfect lighting. The script, I'm telling you right now, the script was tight. The words were in place. It was brilliant. The editing, the production, clean. The music, man, the music gave me goosebumps. I just had all these emotions as I listened to the video and connected to the brand. And it was the kind of video that makes the marketing team that produced it feel like they did, hear me clearly here, feel like they did something important. And hey, it even got itself I think it was 12,000 views. And everybody was excited because, hey, we got all these views for our video. Here's the hard truth that came with that, though. It actually generated nothing. Yeah, nothing. No conversation, no replies worth reading or stopping, or even no trolls. Jimmy, no trolls showed up. I was like, what the fuck? No trolls. There's no DMs. There was no demand. It was like it was this quiet little funeral for a big budget for this video that this team created that everybody was proud about. And listen, this was not about knocking the work. It had nothing to do with knocking it was work. It was, I saw all the work go into it. Then it's funny because I watched a 45-minute live show later on in that journey, shot on a laptop, just shot his little fucking shitty webcam. And then what it did, and nobody wants to hear this because nobody wants to hear the truth. Well, it created more real opportunities in 1 week than that brand's entire content strategy produced in a quarter. And the difference, you guys, the difference was not the budget. This is all fuck true story. It wasn't even the production value, and it wasn't even the reach. No. And all you were thinking, but Keith, I'm sure the content was better. You're like, I'm sure the content was better, which is why it did that much better. Actually, no, it had nothing to do with the content at all. It was people talking. Like, what? People were talking and they got much more engagement? Yes. Do you want to know why? Because they had presence. Oh, they had presence. Yeah, not presence you open up. No, like as in presence. Because when you go live, and when I start my show and I see Sullivan out there, I see Charlie out there, I see Holroyd out there, I see Petro out there, I see the whole crew showing up in the morning, I know, and they all know, that something real is about to happen. Every single morning. And they know and I know, we all know there's no safety net, which is where the joy happens. There's no second take. Holy fuck, Billis just said that. Did John talk about a 75-year-old woman's tits for a man to take his shirt off? Did he just say that? Yeah. There's no, we're going to fix it in post-production later. I was talking to a guy yesterday. He's like, well, we like to post-edit stuff in production. I'm like, well, why? He's like, well, because the leaders don't like the ums and the ahs. I'm like, no manufactured perfection. And that's not a weakness. That's the product. Because here's what's changed. And it's been changing for us in the last maybe 15 years. As the world stepped into a world of smartphones and smart gadgets and Instagram and filters and Snapchat and making ourselves look all pretty, polished used to mean the credibility. You know it. Oh, the FOMO we'd get when we saw the better looking picture with all the filters on it. Now, polished seems to mean it's AI generated, or it's a manufactured piece of synthetic content. Yeah, true story. It absolutely is. And audiences, we now know. You see it often. AI slop, AI slop, AI slop. Audiences have developed an instinct for manufactured. They actually have no interest in manufactured. And I'm finding that they scroll past it like it's a banner ad for something that they didn't ask for. Like, fuck, I don't want this manufactured shit. But watch what's happening on this show. Watch what's happening on the show. Live, it still has stakes. And in a world where everything around us is engineered and even some of it's mostly synthetic, those stakes I'm talking about, and not the tomahawk steaks we showed you about 8 minutes ago. No, the live stakes. The stakes are the premium layer. Because if you want attention, well, you can go and buy it. If you want trust, you have to earn it in public every single day. If I just showed up once every now and then, are you guys trusting me? No. But because I and John and the team is showing up every single day, I am earning your trust in public daily. And if you're still debating, if you are still debating whether live is even worth it, I'm telling you right now, that debate is costing you. So, as I wrap up and bring this monologue to a close today, ask yourself this as you go through your business or as you talk to your peers and look at the world around you. What would happen? What would happen if your brand, your business stopped trying to look impressive? Because here's the caveat. Do you want to look impressive? Or do you want to start trying to be present? Impressive or present? Because presence, well, I'm sorry to say it out loud, but presence won't make you go viral. No. Presence, it builds trust. And presence builds receipts. And those receipts that I cash every single day with all of you, well, they build reputation.
Pitcher's doing that thing where he stares at you like he knows. And today, he might. Because these 3 stories are about the lies we gave nicer name. A fitness creator says your bad genetics is just your friend group. A fatherhood writer says you're helping with the kids means you were never actually parenting. And an entrepreneur is calling loneliness a feature of the job hop, not a flaw. The comfortable labels are coming off. Handsome Chief, let's go.
Maya, thanks for setting it up for us. We're going to head on over to YouTube and go through a journey through YouTube. We're going to start with Jake Alfred. Jake does not care about your metabolism excuse. No. Nope. The guy dropped a video that opens with the line, every out-of-shape guy needs tattooed on his bathroom mirror, and it says this. He's like, if you don't look the way you want to look, you just haven't tried hard enough. There you go. But here's where it gets interesting, because Alfred's not just doing the discipline bro thing. He's got a real argument. His real argument goes like this. Your fitness results are our mirror of your 5 closest people. And this is where it hurts. Because if your friends are in shape, you're going to be too. If they eat garbage and skip the gym, so will you. And he says, fit people don't have superhuman willpower. No, they automate the habits. And they surround themselves with the people that have those same habits, like brushing your teeth. It's boring, it's invisible, but that is why it works. So guys, as you go through the day today, maybe look around you. Maybe it's not about starting a new program. Maybe it's actually getting a new circle. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the truth hurts. Petro says, and the thing is, nobody's listening to the 74,900 of those 75,000 podcasts. Petro, I'm going to get to that comment in a few minutes because I love going into this one. This one makes me laugh because I talk to people often about the podcast world, and it is a fun conversation. Hey, over on Substack, your kids think fatherhood is optional because you taught them that. Oh, Tony at Substack says he dropped a fatherhood piece that some dads might find offensive. And his argument when dads frame parenting as helping, even casually, that kids internalize a message that rewires their entire understanding of family. That boys learn that fatherhood is something you assist with, not something you own. I guess that's like us dads saying we're babysitting. No, you're parenting, Jimmy. Parenting, Jimmy. Because maybe that's all we've ever modeled. And if that's what we're hearing and we're seeing, maybe we're repeating it. And Tony's diagnosis is this, is that the babysitting dad isn't harmless, but he's the blueprint for the next generation of fathers. The fix? Well, stop treating parenting like a secondary role. Just claim the title or stop pretending. Great advice from Tony Stevens over at Substack. Hey, we're continuing our journey this morning on the community corner over on LinkedIn. The loneliness that means you're doing it right. Tim Cooley says entrepreneurship is lonely. No shit, Sherlock. And it just is. And it has to be this way. I agree. Yeah, and he sorts it into two types. You got the good kind, the loneliness of building something no one had ever built before. That's the cost of originality, that nobody has your roadmap. And then there's the second kind, the social isolation, that no community, no one gets it. He says his mistake is treating them the same. The good loneliness means you're in the wilderness. The bad one means you need to find your people. I'll tell you right now, guys. I know I talk about my loneliness building this thing. And yeah, thanks, Charlie, for that good time, that birthday wish, man. I appreciate that. Same with you, Sully. I just saw your comment there. I appreciate that, man. I can relate to the loneliness battle, but one thing I tell you guys is this. I know when I get into the lab every single day, my loneliness quickly leaves because of the people around me. The Jimmys, the Kais, the Graces, the M&Ms, the entire team behind the scenes, they remove the loneliness very quickly because we're all in this together, and I feel it with all of them. Hey, Maya, as we wrap up today's Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John, if entrepreneurial loneliness is a wilderness, what's the tool that every guy should pack besides machete?
A good playlist, Keith. Definitely a good playlist. But today's thread isn't about tools. It's about honesty. Alfred says, stop blaming your body when it's your circle. Steven says, stop calling it helping when it's supposed to be your job. And Cooley says, stop calling it burnout when it's actually the price of building something nobody's built before. 3 creators, 3 rooms, same message. The lie you name something else is still running the show. That's Community Corner. Check the links, call yourself out.
Holy smokes, guys, we're already done. Yes, we are already done on the big show here this morning. Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John. We get up and get after every single day live, 8 o'clock Eastern time on mornings.live, mitl.live. Today, the conversation your kids will remember 20 years from now. We talked about it with our guest, Todd Crandell, myself, John Anderson. We did not sugarcoat it at all. Your kids won't remember your rules. They won't remember your speech. No. They're going to remember whether it felt safe to tell you the truth. That was a wonderful conversation. Speaking of wonderful conversations, Todd Crandell, from 13 years of heroin to 128 Ironman finishes, 13 years addicted, cold turkey, 128 Ironman finishes. He just didn't quit drugs. He rebuilt his identity. Purpose over past, discipline over excuses, and services over self. Guys, the conversation wasn't about motivation. It was about proof. All right, coming up tomorrow, guys. We got tomorrow. Let me see here. Tomorrow on the show, lone wolves don't make it. The strongest men build packs. In a culture that worships the soul of grind, we're going to flip the script. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on the big show. A bunch of other things as well. Where? Right here, live, 8 o'clock. Mornings.live, mitl.live. And if you guys have not checked into the show yet, well, the invitation goes like this. Head on over to the show, mornings.live, mitl.live, morningsinlab.live. You'll find us, mitl.live. Go show us your proof. Show us your up, show us your Adam, and come check into the lab and start building your streak. The very worst that happens is you start building a streak that builds a good habit that sets your day in the right direction. And you can start it with us every single day live. 8 o'clock, mitl.live, mornings.live, mornings in the lab with Keith and John. We'll see you guys tomorrow, everybody. Have a good one, nation.